3, 2, 1, go! Excellent, sexy. Welcome back to another episode of WarHams.
Playing at God, thinking you are safe from all reprisals.
Noise. Lasting so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone.
The eternal screams of the damned have returned for another episode of WarHams. Welcome back, everybody. And this episode is currently recorded or being streamed live on the 3rd of October. But it's not October, it's October! And that means, unfortunately, we all didn't convert to orcs yet or anything. Nope. Sorry about that. But
can I get a smork in chat?
Yeah, get some smarks in chat. Bring out your orc emotes, all that fun stuff. Tell everybody in the entire world that we are live. And thank you, everybody, for returning back to another episode of WarHams. We're super excited to have you all. We're super excited for you all to be here. And we have some things to go over as we usually do at the beginning of it. First of all, as I grab my super duper handy notes here, we want to thank everybody on Patreon, by the way, who have been kicking ass and helping us out with a lot of things. We're nearing our goal of about, I think, around like $2K a month or so, something like that. And I've already talked to a couple people to basically edit the audio versions of the podcast to be a lot better, so they could add some nice music and sound effects and stuff. So you're listening to it as you're painting your models, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you probably are right now, and everything else, and you go on jogs, anything else like that, you're stuck at work washing dishes or something else like that, you will be able to have a better audio experience hopefully in the future. We're going to figure out the logistics of that. So thank you to everyone on Patreon for kicking ass and supporting WarHams. You guys have been absolutely awesome on that front. And just as a quick reminder for people who may not remember at all, that all the VODs have been changed. Instead of releasing every 2 weeks after we go live, it's now going to be 1 week. And we put that practice in thanks to all the patrons basically saying, yep, it's okay if it goes earlier. So thank you to the Rogue Traders Guild, I guess we can call them that, or I don't know what name we can name the patrons. That
they trade rugs.
The trade rugs?
Yeah, they trade rugs.
It's like the rug traders?
Yeah.
Let's workshop on some names.
I have the finest wares this side of the sector Nihilus. Trust me, my rugs are beautiful. You'll never find them on more dead worlds.
It's like we gotta find a name. We gotta find a name for the Patreon. I'm liking rug traders so far. We'll figure it out. But yeah. So after this goes live, this goes up on the YouTube channel basically a week after. So if you are sub to Twitch, you basically see the sub only VODs like instantly. But if you get the Patreon, or if you're on Patreon for the $5 tier, then you basically get the YouTube VOD and the MP3 version as early as possible. So that is the differences on those. So thank you to everybody who's been supporting us on that as well. Additionally, we also have merch and stuff right now. Currently on screen, people are seeing the Warhammer stickers, but we now have t-shirts. We have t-shirts and mugs and stuff like that, and some other bits and bobs. And you can always go to designbyhumans.com/shop/ZoranTheBear, or in chat, you should be able to do !Warhams and get a link to all of the fancy stuff that allows you to actually, let me enable that. You should be able to get that now. You do !Warhams, it should now work. The bot should now be active, and nope, bot's not active. Gotta fix that. Glad everyone did it for it to break on stream day.
All right, thanks for showing up, folks. We gotta fix the bot now. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm fixing it. All right, try now. Maybe it'll work this time. Hopefully it'll work this time. But yeah, there's merch stuff for shirts and stuff like that, and there it goes finally. And you can also, through that link tree, you'll find the links and stuff to where you can donate to the show, in which your donations basically influence a bit of the game. And the one things that we said at the beginning, and oh god, now it's being spammed.
You did it too much. You gave it too much juice.
It's too powerful. It's way too much for us to handle.
Turn it down. Shut it down.
It's like, but yeah, so everybody can do that link. It should also auto do itself. So whenever you're like, hey, I want to contribute to the show, I really like what everything's going on here, and you want to donate for the dice and stuff like that, then that's one way in which you can do it. Now, hopefully, I said I was going to do this fast and we can just get straight to the show, but I took way too long. Unless we have anything else. Also, there's the podcast version, which you can get to the Linktree link there. We're on Spotify and SoundCloud currently. We'll get an RSS feed sometime in the future for everybody so they can just put it on their podcasting apps. And Thirsty,
hello.
Do you have any special announcements or any heads ups you would like to give people?
Well, two quick things. First of all, just a heads up from last episode. I maybe had a Space Marine out of time say some things about heretics and god emperors. Apologies, that was incorrect. Sometimes we get caught up in the haha funnies and when we're faking one fake universe and then putting another fake universe in that fake universe that's also part of a spin-off. Whew, my head gets a little bit out there. So apologies for that, but we'll try to keep things nice and straight in the head as we go forward into my second announcement, which is welcome to Spoopy Month. Yeah, October. We maybe not have orcs, but we got spoop. So hope you're all in for some spoopy stories. Yeah,
Spoop.
that's all I got.
Just can't take it. Spoopy.
Awesome. So, for everyone who is brand new here, I would like to introduce to you to who all is playing. You'll see when people talk in light episode, we don't really do webcams here because we like being lazy. And so I would like to introduce everybody to who is currently playing what. Starting off with our illustrious Skitarii Ranger, Swordmaster Extraordinaire, Braine, played by...
Yes, Pi is played by me, Speaker D. I am one of the two lead writers of If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device. And Pi would not watch that show if it were real because he does not watch television.
And next up, we have our amazing medical expert, our Inquisitorial acolyte, Reeb Van Horn, played by...
Earndil, I am also a lead writer on If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device, and Reeb Van Horn's favorite show on TV is MASH.
And I'm currently playing Lorn, the Sanctioned Psyker, in which you should all know my garbage by this point. Next up, we have the amazing writer of the top seller of Zedek, Captain Zedek, our rogue trader, who is played by...
He is played by me, HulkyKrow. I am not a lead writer on TTS. I'm a on-again, off-again voice actor. I play Kayvon Shrek and a couple other minor characters here and there. And if Captain Zedek had to have a favorite TV show, if he remembered to watch TV, it would probably be Top Gear.
And the evil warp forces who have been continuously trying to destroy us. The Game Master is...
Papa Nurgle. I mean, hi, I'm Thurston Hillman, Uncle GM, and I am looking forward to what is about to happen here.
And with that, if you've ever been new to the show or you're listening to this on audio form and will lose absolutely all context because you're not watching this live, which always, if you're watching on our podcast or YouTube version, always at twitch.tv/ZoranTheBear, you can always catch us live. Don't worry about catching up on the other VODs. You don't really need to. We like to structure these types of shows to where anybody who comes in the live show will have a super duper fun time and won't lose themselves. So don't worry about that. You might lose a little bit, but it's an overarching thing. So one of the things that we do is that we allow players to help influence the game or help us out, give us a helping hand. And for those of you watching live on stream, we have a lot of dice kind of like displayed on our overlay. All this I have to do manually, by the way. Like you'll see these glory die, which at the bottom left, which are these golden dice. I have to press a button for like each one to pop up and they disappear. So for these glory die, which are now going to be flickering as I continue to press my awesome like LED button here, that these allow us to like add more damage, help roll additional more dice to help succeed on a certain roll because we're using the Wrath and Glory system on this. And these, you guys are able to help contribute to really help us out. And we use these a lot, and we start with 0 of them at the beginning of every session. So we definitely need help on those. Additionally, you can see under my portrait, with the Lorn one, which is highlighting on the blue circle, you'll see these dice below me. These are called Wrath die. If you ever played like normal Warhammer 40k tabletop, say for example, if you rolled a bunch of dice and you failed a bunch of hits or something, Wrath die, I'm able to spend one and then re-roll all those failed dice. Or if I'm like, I really want to like do a narrative declaration or really make something in the world happen, I can use that ref die to really kind of push that agenda. Additionally, to help balance out all of this, in which some people, which I know some criticism was going around, going like, hey, like the ruin points or the game masters letting them do all this crazy stupid stuff. We're really powerful. Like, our characters are like pretty good at what they do. So to help balance stuff are the ruin dice. So if chat feels that we're doing really good and really wants us to suffer, our game master, by his discretion, can use these ruin dice. We're at the bottom right here, and he starts out with 4, which he uses those to buff the enemies, do special attacks for them, does everything in his power to really mess us up. So if you really want us to die and you really want to encourage that, you tell him. You make sure you can contribute to tell him to destroy us. And he also gets those if we horribly mess up in his eyes. So with that, everybody, I think it's finally time for us to war our hams. So Thurston, how are you going to kill us today?
I'm going to kill you by having our session start with a black screen. And then a white text pops up on that screen with roughly 10,000 years ago. And we cut to this idyllic scene of this hive world replete with oceans and verdant forests, and we're clearly really up high on the side of an immense hive spire looking over this sprawl of civilization. And on it, 2 brothers, an angel and a king, look over the landscape they have just conquered together in the name of their father. And that's when the angel speaks and says, "Well, brother, we have done well here. I do hope that this dream of unification endures for the next 10,000 years at least." And then we cut 10,000 years later to our band of intrepid adventurers who have just finished ransacking, burning, psychically destroying the throne room of the Hive's Arcanan nobility, where the place is on fire. Both psychic and regular flamers have been blasted out. Corpses are strewn across the floor, adding this red pastiche all throughout this otherwise marbled chamber. A slightly round woman in sea green cowers behind a throne with one Reeb Van Horn, very, very much in her face, asking, who exactly are the Blood Wolves? And we cut to this scene with our players right at the end of last session, because I have to spit in the face of Zoran, who just explained that there's no continuity, but we're starting right off of last episode, so apologies for that.
Look, there's some, it's like an overarching story, but I'm trying to tell people that it's like, look, you're gonna you'll be able to hop in any of them.
It's true.
Because it hurts my feelings when someone tells me, oh, I'm 10 minutes late. Fuck y'all.
The clarification is that Thurston's GMing style will make it seem like there is no continuity and you can come in at any time, which is not in of itself not having any continuity. He's just really good at it or something.
Tears. Okay, so we cut to Reeb having ended our last session asking Amalthea Rubenia, the head of the Marble Compact nobility, who exactly are the Blood Wolves, and through her sobbing whimpering as Reeb has approached with the menacing flamer, well, they were the conquerors of this here planet. I do say, oh, please, the agents of the Snemporium, you have to let me go. Just let me go.
I have had enough of you mispronouncing things with your bizarre, insane accent. It is the Imperium! The Imperium of Man! Not the Slimporium, not the Bimporium, not the Bempire, the Imperium of Man! And I am a member of the Inquisition, get it right! I have had enough of this wretched pus building, and the pus beings within it!
Reeb is shaking with anger.
Yeah. And as you shout and your words resonate through this immense marble hallway, and you finish, there's a silence followed by the click clack of footsteps, and each of you instinctively takes a slight turn to see entering the room is Katja Van Nord, the Minister Moderatum, who is your superior in the crusade. Katja Van Nord is escorted by a host of her elite stormtroopers, as well as two other groups. The first one you recognize is a member of a local gang that you had run into previously. Just re-show this piece of artwork to you. The member of the Lower Toads gang who had previously been looking after your shuttle. And along with that, like another group of figures is being escorted, and you recognize them as the Blood-backed. A group of 3 of them are being escorted by the stormtroopers.
Oh no, get them out of here. No.
Yeah, we forgot the purge those.
and
say no to those.
And Katja Van Nord like claps her mechadendrite hands together as you finish, Reeb. Very well spoken, Reeb Van Horn. This planet is now officially reconquered in the name of the glorious Emperor of Mankind.
Wait.
Woo! Yeah, good, excellent, great, yes, good, all right.
Wonderful.
Good team.
Better material than what they built it out of, please.
Can I start going like through the row of stormtroopers she has, and like that kind of like baseball game thing? Like, yeah, good game.
Yeah,
and I get to then I like get to the prisoners, and they're all shackled. So I like grab their heads, like, yeah, good game.
Yeah, Pi is just standing here by all the Lower Toads. He's going, whoa, 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 whoa. You know,
just start hyping them up. Like, have you ever like try to hype people up? One trick you can always do is go up to people and go, and it gets everyone hyped, and they're all and I join in with Pie Braine, and I'm like, oh yeah, Toads for life.
And this is like one of the Lower Toads like leans in. It's like, this is the day when the lower and upper Toads fight together. And there's like clearly like strong emotions as he headbangs you. And oh yeah. And as this like celebration is going on, Katja Van Nord raises her hand. There is one final item that must be addressed before we can allocate points. She lowers her
head. Of course, points. More points.
As the officio ambassadorium's agents here, you have been tasked with the tithe for this planet and the fate of this planet, Scargeris Prime. I then must request, what is the fate of this planet's government? What shall be done to administer this world after our departure? I place the decision in your hands.
Pi raises his hand.
See, this sounds like a lot of stuff that I don't remember from last session. You guys could take care of this. I sit down.
Reeb's gonna huddle over next to Pi and kind of think with him.
Okay, all right. Here's my big plan. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
I'll take it as a yes. Okay, so here's the big idea. We have this space marine. He is very angry. He knows how things were like 3,000 years ago. So here's my recommendation. We're gonna get that guy. We're gonna put him in charge. Maybe we could found a new space marine chapter. And with the moon, with all of that ancient technology, we could give the moon to the Mechanicum.
Pi, I do not wish to speak ill of our good friend the captain, but I do believe he would rather not be an administrator. He has a bit of a quick temper.
What's that got to do with anything?
Everything. It has everything to do with it, Pi.
Would you like to sit on a chair, constantly dictating to lesser menials about what they need to do? Or would you rather be out here waving your sword around and making things not alive anymore?
I do like yelling at people. But I also like waving my sword. This is a hard decision. I don't want to comment. All right, fine. But we don't have very many other substantial people that could take over the role. What do we have? We have the gangers. We're not letting the weird blood people in charge. They're crazy. We need someone who is not tainted by superstition.
It's just a little poke.
No, yep. I'm just going to push them away.
Poke later.
Yeah, it's like weird grease, like... It's just my hand like compresses into their fucking soft, fluidous heads.
Okay. Oh, no, don't worry, Dad.
No, it's freaking me out. Well, okay. What if we sanction this place as a forge world? You know?
They don't forge anything here. Hi.
Well, they could. No. But they have access to ancient technology. The resources here could be bulldozed over. Maybe we could create a manufactorum.
Hi.
Yes?
The resources you would get from bulldozing the hive would be calcified pus. That is not usable for las guns, though I might want one for my collection, actually. That's an issue for another time.
Okay, fine. Well, this world is...
Give it to the toads, why don't we? They're the only ones around who've been remotely helpful and know the place.
Boys, we're here to acquire resources. Let's say that this planet should be used pretty much as a natural resource manufacturing area. Has a lot of salt that has been left over that could be processed and sent to the Imperium fleet, and we can recruit and train or conscript the vast majority of the bodies here to become additional arms for the crusade that we are currently hopping on upon, and we can flag this planet as a place for natural resource produce, and so on and so forth. Basically, we're here to turn this into a resource hub. And
Captain Zedek, what are you doing during all of this as everyone else is talking?
Captain Zedek's mulling over the turn of events because he did not expect the Lady Ministratum to actually show up. He's like, man, I thought we were totally going to waste this lady out here, but now I guess we just can't. Now we have to be nice and humane. I thought there was going to be some cinematic ending to this.
No,
but it's like, how can we?
We can get rid of her still. I'm still good with that.
He's more perplexed of the immediacy. I was like, I was totally going to write that in my fan fiction about myself.
Captain,
so Captain Zedek will saunter over.
You look a bit consternated, Captain. Are you well?
Yes, I'm not consternated at all. I've been eating plenty of fiber.
Consternated? Forget it.
Look, if I may chime in, this world really doesn't have a lot to offer, but I think I have to agree with Lorn. There's plenty of able-bodied people here. Not the bulbous ones. I don't want them conscripted into the crusade.
Just a little poke.
No.
I'll turn you into a fucking meatball poker. Get the fuck away from me.
He did it before.
Get away from me. Shoo, be gone.
Little poke.
Get these sanguinous slugs out of here! I kick one.
I mean, they have lots of salt. We could probably de-ice the entirety of Valhalla with all the salt that's here.
Yes. Well, okay, but we need to do something with all of the Mechanicum outposts. I think that the lower toads would be fine conscriptions for the great armies, but I worry. What is to stop them in a couple 100 years from becoming a bunch of weird gangsters with another stupid gimmick?
I mean, have you looked at the... Anyway, I think all of our suggestions are correct. It's just in different stages in which they go on. I think we should first put the first stage of turning this into a natural resource until it's all gone. And then when the mass of the planet is still there, I think we could turn it into your Mechanicum hell, but still conquer the moon and then reinforce it for the Mechanicus and to send a team in there to clear it all out and acquire the technology to be used for the crusade.
Yes. DM.
I just want to say, I really appreciate that, like, Zoran's commentary there was basically all of our plans are awful, but let's put them together to make the most awful plan.
All the bad will eventually cancel itself out and become a good plan.
Yes, Pie Braine.
What is the closest Forge world to here?
Lemuria.
No.
I mean, like Forge World placement is strange, as is anything. Sorry, I'm desperately bringing up a map right now.
I don't suppose it would be out of the function for Forge World Lemuria.
Just Lemuria
So
2.0.
I break out the ruler and stretch it between Graia and Lemuria, and
I fold the map so they're closer.
Congratulations, you just figured out warp travel.
Yeah.
It was that easy. It only took me like 3 different attempts. I don't know. Anvilus. Anvilus is the closest.
go to that.
All right, Anvilus. Well, I think we should send our word to the tech priests of Forge World Anvilus, and we must have them reclaim this outpost. First and foremost, they are the most non-stupid option we have. And then from there, I say we make the lower toads in charge and give them a Mechanicum advisor, and just nothing could go wrong. So let's just see what happens.
I want to also suggest that maybe we possibly get some superior inquisitors in here to clean house a little bit more than we could. I don't have the time, and I am of wrong stripe for that, I'm afraid. Much as these individuals are still very vaguely human, that does not fall under my purview, unfortunately.
Yes. That sounds most agreeable. Reeb Van Horn and Pie Braine, servant of the machine god, Catcher Van Nord says as she kind of approaches. I have overheard your plan, and I do think there is quite a bit of merit to having a Forge World delegation and an Inquisitorial delegation, and you would trust the immediate law enforcement and pacification to these fine Imperial citizens. And she waves her mechadendrite towards the lower toads who are still headbutting each other in celebration.
Football hooligans.
Woo, yeah, woo!
Yes, this is excellent. But first we must do something to civilize these toads.
I'm going to crawl over to the lower toads. Do my weird fucking General Grievous backflip to get back to them.
Oh, I need to speak to the leader. Where is Dimitri?
Hi, right here.
I grab her by the jacket. Listen, you are very nice.
And I pet her slightly.
And then I put back to holding her. But you are going to be in charge of some things. And I do not know how to talk to people very well. But I can get you something that can teach you what you need to know.
And I take out my signed copy of Zedek and I hand it to her.
I just want to point out there's a giant asterisk here in my notes that is, see this planet X years later now, as you hand this book over.
Just, I can imagine Zedek as Braine is doing this with dollar signs in his eyes, realizing he may end up cashing out on this entire planet.
Fuck's sake.
Please don't let
I'm
us do
finally going to sell over that entire cargo hold full of those books that are totally in back order.
You totally have just a section of your cargo hold that's filled with Zedek.
We're gonna swap the books with salt.
I'm imagining we're gonna do some fucking time warpy bullshit episode that we come back to this planet and it's just statues of Zedek, and we come into some weird arcane shit that only Zedek can navigate through.
Instead of blood, it's just it's a person with a quite literal meter-long afro. I'm sorry, not a pompadour, a pompadour. I don't even know my own hair.
Every doorway is a double door, but it has
It's a bad hair day
one
for Captain Zedek.
slit just for the hat to go through.
It's you get there and it's the entire salt fields are scorched. It's just Zedek's face on it.
There's a salt statue of Zedek, like Mount Rushmore, but it's Zedek's.
It tastes like my malice.
All
right. This sounds like a most amenable resolution to this planet. This is good as an emergency astropathic transmission has been received, and it is urgent that it be responded to right away. And I do believe you are the most
Available.
that is correct.
Competent.
The most points adequate to handle this.
Yeah, but what points do we currently get, though? We got to get that done. Like,
Ah, yes, that is correct. And she kind of like claps her mechadendrite.
it's a meaty clap. Just
Yeah, clunk clunk. Bring
Also
out,
had metal.
bring out the board, and like you see these stormtroopers who bring out this immense like hololithic board that they're holding, like, you know,
Wait.
movers with a glass pane, and on
Can
it you see the
can we make
same
a
screen
suggestion?
from the ship. Yes, you
Can it be like an overly done, like, you know how like Warhammer 40k usually has like insane like borders to things?
Yes.
Like it's all metal. Have it like they're just like, "Ugh," like it takes like 2 servitors just like hating their life to drag up an overly metaled bordered chalkboard.
Oh yeah, and so there are on top of it the screaming faces of several servitors that relay the data, all in this like cacophony as it spills onto the screen. I would like to thank servitors. D-lit, you used a pound sign and a bunch of weird eyes, but congratulations. There's Servitor Sasale, there's Servitor Mako GT, there's Servitor Grim, and there's Servitor Zedene, all of which their faces are on top of this board.
I like what these guys are all about.
As we found prior to this, you and your team had earned a grand total of 99,000 points.
Why
For
do
the
they never round
liberation
it up?
of this world, and for your many accomplishments here, I will award you 1,000 points, and it goes up to an even 100,000 points.
I leave. I'm mad.
And she like puts her mechadendrites together. You have done very well and should be honored and privileged with your gains here.
But I thought we would get more.
Oh
Hi.
no. And she leans in. There were no cooks on this planet.
Aye. There is only salt on this planet. Purple
Yeah.
salt.
And that's used for all sorts of cooking.
No, wait, no, but we found the armor and the weapons. They have access to rare, long-lost technology.
Oh, did you believe that? The Lower Toads chief pops in. They just have like 12 sets of those that they put on for people who come to the planet.
Ah, yes. As to be expected, no doubt.
Is there like a POW
Is there
they
like a
got
little,
somewhere?
Is there a plume of smoke coming out of Braine's head?
What, do they have like a POW somewhere in a corner?
I go to chokehold
Yeah.
Lorn.
Is there?
No.
I mean, there's like probably like a few half survivors from your terrifying.
I
assault
begin to
through
lift
the-
my hand to cast Crush until Reeb grabs me like,
I'm trying to be a war criminal.
I'm part of the Imperium, there's a difference.
Now is not the time.
If I may, though you may believe your successes here not to be what you would expect, I will say your next assignment bears much interest. A remote archaeological outpost on the desert world designated as Shady Rock has sent an emergency communique indicating they have found something of significance, and they require a team to assist them.
Oh. A Xeno's study facility, then, I say, continuing to try and restrain Lorn.
Yes. The base had a local staff brought in from various Forge worlds and areas. However, there was a junior xenoarchaeologist who had been studying a set of Xenos ruins on the planet. One Megos Rho Hector from Forge world Lemuria.
What?
Yes.
We are going. Big
Oh,
O
no.
now.
Well, let's get to it.
Let's go. We have to go.
Yes. Let us.
And like
Lord,
as you all turn to leave, you just hear this. Oh, thank the stars! From behind the throne.
Wait, hold on.
I
Wait a
assume
second.
all of you pause. I assume all
stop.
of you pause.
I look at Pie Braine and I go, I'll let you have this one. I press play on his chest to continue the Doom soundtrack.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking walk up to this lady. I'm going to very quickly grab her by the neck, grab her by the legs, and then just split her in two.
Jesus!
Oh my god!
And we're doing war crimes.
Yeah.
And we are monsters. We are criminals. Going war crimes.
Hey, do you want to make
Captain Zedek is just looking
there?
around.
Wait. First of all, for you to split this woman would require some kind of check. Second of all, Reeb, you were asking me a question.
Phrasing.
Yeah, about it. First and foremost, watch yourself. Second,
God damn it! Fair.
second I'm not going to be fast enough to catch up to Braine, but I'm going to be shouting while I'm running towards him. No, you don't. No, you don't. We all get equal shots at her. Get back here.
Zedek realizing this.
But you get
Wait. I'm gonna come in for this. I'm not missing this one.
We all just
Here, hold on, boys. I'll hold her. I cast crush on her, but it's mostly like a light crushing, so I'm like holding her up, going, all right, boys, I can pin you on it. Take your shots.
All right. Nothing we describe here is going to do this scene justice. So we cut to several days later as your ship is in the warp, as we fade away from all of you menacingly approaching this woman behind the throne. Like, oh no, my stars! As you're all approaching like a group.
Before we
Go ahead.
extricate, I did want to see if we could find our Space Marine captain. I wanted to extend him an offer to come aboard the ship.
So as we cut a little bit ahead, Captain Caldeus has been remitted to the custody of Catchavan Nord, who is going to rejoin the large Crusade fleet and bring this relic of a bygone age to the attention of the Primarchs directly. And so what you learn is that the Magnum Aurum Victorium is departing to join the greater Crusade fleet, while you have been tasked with traveling to the remote dead world of Shady Rock.
Also, thanks for cutting Fade into Black because we became rabid dogs for a moment.
Yes, you did.
But like, well, I like to imagine like while we're doing like all these like horrible things to this lady, it's just like,
I have never felt closer to you all than I have right now.
Yeah.
Recreating the scene from Metalocalypse. Give him the boots, medium style.
Like, we're
as
terrible
we did.
people.
yeah, just,
I like we don't have to describe this because it is literally everyone out there will just be like, I can come up with what they did in my head.
Nothing helps people come together as brothers like a horrific murder they all partake in.
Correct.
We're terrible people. Moving on.
Get streamer.
And so you've entered the warp. The ship has made its way. You've been in the warp for several days at this point. Unless anyone has anything very, very pressing, I'm just going to kind of jump ahead to you reaching your destination, unless there's something like very important you were doing during this. I assume that the Pie Braine murder spree is continuing in these few days.
Pie Braine murder spree has stopped.
What was that, Pie?
It is
Okay.
the Pie Braine murder spree has stopped, but
Okay.
only because Pie Braine has been shut up in his room, nervously tinkering with tech.
Okay.
It's just like been preparing to meet with the Lemurian Magos.
Lorn, are you still trying to be a detective in this little job?
No, I'm in my closet painting my my war mallet miniatures.
Oh, okay.
Battle base 42 million, my friend.
I mean, mine's the Lemuria knockoff.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we do have a lot of like bootleg shit just everywhere in the area.
It's not bootleg, we're just being cost effective.
Exactly. All right. So all of you assemble on the bridge as the vessel exits from the warp and comes into this star system that has a very, very light blue-white star. And the debt collector makes its way towards this single orb that's floating, this small planetoid.
Captain, we are performing augur readings on the world as instructed. Is there anything we should be looking for, sir?
We're looking for our Mechanicus envoy, particularly Captain Zedek's been drinking a bit early today. A Magos from Lemuria.
Captain, one of the augur officers reports. I'm getting some strange readings.
Strange as in cool for a story, or strange as in danger?
Well, you said that this planet was a dead world, right?
Yes.
One would hope so.
It appears to be an ocean world.
Oceans can also be dead, in theory.
That's Imperial intelligence for you. It's an oxymoron.
All right. Well, the augur readings have come back, sir, and the planet is covered in water, except for what appears to be one small landmass.
It's just like home. I missed it.
Did we just arrive at Lemuria too?
Is there
too?
Is there like bacteria life in the ocean?
I'm detecting some readings of life in the ocean. Yes, I'm also detecting several biosigns on that landmass. It seems to be the only settled location. It's covered in a very thick fog. It's interfering with some of our precision scans.
Yes. Your technology is bad. Theirs is very good. It's probably fine. Don't worry about it.
Should I prepare a shuttle, sir?
Yes, Reeb.
Would it be possible for me to go down like a manifest of the people, like the important like hierarchy there? Like, because I know we have the Magos there. I want to see if there's anyone else of note. I'm looking, so I'm just kind of scrolling down the list, I presume.
Yeah, this is something I'm gonna need. Let's say a scholar check is probably gonna be the check I'm gonna want to let you know what you can figure out about.
A scholar check, you say? Well, I shall roll, and I shall get a 4 with no complication.
Okay. It's enough to give you the basic gist of the facility. The specific names are difficult for you to obtain, though you find some names as you're going through this. You particularly find that there is a senior Skitari officer associated with it. That there is a administrator. There's a small preacher congregation from the Adeptus Ministorum. All of these are designated by just serial numbers that are just random skews of numbers. There's no actual names associated with them, and the legend to find out the name seems to be eluding here. But you can tell that this small outpost was primarily made up of research staff, a small administratum detachment to oversee the outpost, a small Skitari force for security, and then a small Ministorum group to keep up the spirits.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not seeing a Kevin Costner. I believe we're good.
I'm sure that the fog is just part of the name. It is Shady Rock after all. Shade and fog are similar. It's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
No. I can guarantee you this. That the fog appears natural to you is no doubt part of the clever stratagems of our glorious Magos.
Elaborate?
No, but what I can say is this. Lemuria is one of the greatest forge worlds in all of the galaxy. Our legends of...
Incorrect. There's just a shout through the speaker unit.
If it isn't my favorite person. What do you want, Gemru?
There's no response.
Good evening, Engine Seer. How are things down there?
There's no response.
Engine Seer, it appears that your comm is broken. I smash it.
Braine, we need that to talk to the ship.
Well, we'll get another one. We hope.
Sir! I'll
Yes.
send someone down to relay communications to engineering manually.
And then Ransom turns to one of the deck crew.
All right. It's going to take you 4 days of jogging to reach the engineering. Get at it. And this one, one boy stands up and doffs his uniform and gives a salute. For the Imperium, and he starts jogging.
Reeb is kind of stroking his chin for a brief moment. 4 days? Ransom, that's more than double the usual. Captain, did you happen to have the elevators fixed?
Yes.
Are you sure?
It is a strict fitness regiment put forth by the biologus on the ship.
You're just lying to us, aren't you?
I'm not lying. Am I lying to them? Can I just them?
You're like, oh, the elevators aren't working. No, it's my new fitness regime. It's
I would like to roll
good.
deception.
Absolutely.
Roll it. See if you can convince me otherwise, you rat.
Waiting for it. It's coming. I'm sure it's coming.
When it comes, I will believe it. It is on the screen. It's happening. It's rolling.
For context, we use Roll20 for this and sometimes on the weekends. You complicate. I don't believe you worth a fucking liar.
That's a
one success and a complication. The complication, let's see, what do we got for complications here? We've got some good options, I think, here.
Thank you everyone for submitting complications on the Patreon side, by the way. We got everything all updated now.
Yeah, this is a great one that I'm going to use right here. As you're trying to deceive, I'm going to use this one from Lord Sir Railgun Dishwasher that is just entitled Ill-Timed Birthday. And though it is when the PCs are intended to get in contact with the tech collector, I'm going to use it here. And as you're lying your face off about this and failing to convince Reeb, there's happy birthday to you as the staff all join in, and one of them comes up with a big birthday cake that has Captain Zedek's face on it. Happy birthday.
Sir, I'd like to present to you the post-warp birthday cake.
It's your birthday, Zedek?
Pi seems genuinely excited.
Oh, no, you don't understand. Standing orders are that we're to provide a birthday cake every time we successfully leave the warp.
Happy birthday.
The fuck is this campaign anymore?
But I never get a birthday cake.
You don't get a birthday cake.
Well, but it's the thought that counts.
Well, Pi, you can feast your face on this one.
Okay.
You can feast your face on the captain's face, as it were.
I look at it.
Disturbed glance at the cake with Zedek's face on it.
It's like one of those like a child did a sketch of Zedek's face.
Zedek Day. I knew it.
Captain Zedek Day was several months ago in we have not been on Farther Forward some time.
Who says there's only one Captain Zedek Day?
But at least
Apparently Captain Zedek does, because he doesn't remember the holidays he keeps making.
That's right.
Oh my god.
I don't have a problem. I can stop anytime I'm not stressed.
There's just like a bunch of just random holidays Zedek has like offhandedly made to get out of doing like basic management.
Well, sir, with the cake finished, would you like to take the shuttle down to the surface?
Yes,
Please?
I'd like to take the shuttle down to the surface, Ransom.
please.
All right.
We get to move on.
Please depart.
And so like we just cut to like this small clip of you exiting the strategium and then going on one of those those horizontal escalators that they have in airports, which just has this lovely like tag on it that says, you know, important people only, and you all get on it and it starts like carting you along, and after maybe like a minute or two you come by the running crew member as you just zip past him and
Hello, goodbye.
Good luck.
Sincerely,
Be
the
careful of the slug mates.
That one was slightly higher on the list, Captain. How did you not get that done?
Oh, and of course, as you go by him, he salutes you just because. All right, so then we cut to the shuttle area where the Arvises are all docked.
Before we go on the shuttle,
yes,
I'd like to do something.
Oh, that's never worrying.
Well, good luck, boys. This is a good campaign.
Yeah, we had a good run.
This is the final episode. I'm actually going to take Reeb at a moment where he's maybe a little bit further away from everybody else. Reeb, I need to talk to you.
Yes, what is it? What is it, Pi? What you need?
Okay, all right. And I look around and make sure no one's listening. Okay. Well, Reeb, you may not know this, and this is just my opinion. If yours is different, that's okay. But I think you are smarter than me.
Reeb's gonna cock one of his bushy-ass eyebrows. I brought this along.
Well, I am a tech priest, and yes, in time, I will monolithically dominate your intellect because it is bound by the precepts of flesh. But for now, I am designed for combat more than introspection, and I have been upgrading my cognitive abilities, but it is a process. And you are an Inquisitor of the Xenos. We are going to go and speak to a Xenos worshipper, a researcher. And, well, I know you will probably have more interesting things to say to them than me. So to that end, can you make me look really smart?
I will clap a hand on Pi's shoulder and say, Pi, my friend, I have been a wingman for a great many things. Of course.
Oh, thank you! And I give him a big robo hug that's probably...
And as you give him this hug and he starts shouting, you hear this from behind you, emerging from the shadows, is this immense bulky form. Greetings! This servitor in like a teal shirt emerges from a wall door. And on the shirt you just see written in low Gothic is Gentle Ben. Have you come to investigate the child?
Is it Servitor Daddy? Like, what the fuck? Is he in like khakis and like a button-up t-shirt?
So wait, are we still on the escalator?
Yes.
That is a very fast servitor.
But he basically pulls you aside into like this like basically he's pulled you aside as the rest of the group has gone on to have this talk with you, and from the wall emerges the servitor. And behind the servitor, you see the child's daycare area of the ship, in which Tater Tot is currently playing with blocks and a group of servitors standing around, all of them wearing shirts. The shirts, the first one reading Infected Otter 43, or Maxwell Tholar, or Clin Adnger and Ano, and they all just start like standing in a circle as he's smashing blocks together. Glory, glory! And then he looks up and sees you and is like, "Hi!"
I can imagine people who like watch our show and they're like, it's like, man, fucking hate WarHams. They ain't hardcore enough. But the result that Tater Tot's here, that we're actually pretty terrible fucking people.
Yes.
Hello, Tater Tot. Have you killed your first man?
He did.
Yeah, we saw it.
He did.
Right, yes. Your first crewmate, I meant.
The pie.
What?
To
I mean,
encourage him.
Why would I hurt someone?
You won't.
I could give you a couple reasons.
Aye.
I only hurt the servitors if they get in the way of my trike.
Good. You are learning. Next time I see you, little tater-tot, I will teach you how to graft a gun to a servitor.
Right.
Okay. This exchange is ended, and then Gentle Ben steps back and the door closes.
I will remember your memory deleted.
Hard drive limit exceeded.
That's our monthly visitation quota of minutes. Let's get a move on, shall we?
We are such good parents.
Yes, certainly.
So you reach the shuttle, in which there is another servitor waiting, turning to all of you as you come. First of all, Zedek and Lorn, you would be the first two to arrive. Zedek, you see the servitor waiting in sort of the back hatch of the Arvis.
You okay, Thurston?
You okay?
Yeah, sorry. Whew. Back hatch of the Arvis.
He's just so emotional.
must be
I am
Respect
so
the GM.
tater tot. You got onto the Arvis liner. It's the same as all the others.
Is it so loud?
Greetings. I am Servitor Spar Lightning Cut, and I will be taking you down to the surface.
Yes, good. Thank you. Man, I wonder if all the servitors on Lemuria have stupid names still.
I look
It's
at the
just part of the
branding on the
individuality
servitor. Which one was this one made from?
Roll me a D3.
I gotta roll. I gotta type that.
I'm gonna make you roll a D3 for me.
I think I got it. There it goes.
Oh,
2.
It's Graya.
And no wonder the name is dumb.
I shall begin the takeoff sequence, and he turns and walks into the shuttle.
I sit in my airline seat, put on the movie, wait, eat my peanuts.
Yeah. I'm strapped in. I'm just like,
You guys are gonna love meeting the Lemurians. They're really a great people. They're a lot like me.
I put on
the
my
shuttle
noise
takes
canceling
off.
headphones.
In fact, let me tell you all about
I have been programmed to deliver a message.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Wait, it's not more than one message, so maybe it's not the list of complaints again.
Don't get your hopes up. What do you want?
Bring it out.
Message begins. And there's like the static, and then. All right. I've been performing my investigation on the senior staff of this vessel.
Oh,
And I came in this servitor to deliver an update on what's been going on with the senior staff of the debt collector.
All right,
Oh,
Balba.
wow. I wonder
There's
what
been
could have
something going
happened
on.
this.
And like you just hear this servitor relaying Belba Creepfoot's voice.
Okay, let's listen. This is gonna be some good shit.
There's a conspiracy. They're all afraid of someone that they call the Lower Deck Strangler.
For goodness sake.
Uh-huh. And?
Does it Lord Extra?
I'm looking into it, but it appears at least 3 different gangs have formed to try to defend themselves against the Lower Deck Strangler. These gangs are spreading throughout the lower decks of the ship, but the senior staff seem to be encouraging their development.
What are the fuck are the gangs called?
That's all I've got for now.
Ah,
I have to
shit.
go back to my box.
You're doing the Omnissiah's work, Belba.
And then the recording ends.
I don't remember authorizing an investigation. Braine, did you have something to do with this?
No, of course I didn't. I cannot investigate the senior staff.
I don't know what's more
Imagine
disturbing.
like the shitty smiley face that comes underneath your eyes.
I don't know what's more disturbing. The fact that he's bald-faced lying to me, or the giggle that he just did?
Right.
At this point, the shuttle descends towards this oceanic world, and you see the dark blue, almost black waves of the planet moving from orbit. There don't appear to be any clouds here, though you see this dense fog that surrounds this tiny speck of an island that grows as you approach it. Each of you are sort of looking through the primary viewport of the Arvis shuttle, getting a sense of what you're approaching. And you can see this rocky island that rises out like a plateau out of the sea. And as you approach, the fog has become dense, and the servitor, unable to find suitable landing position, dangerous ahead. Would you like for me to continue piloting, or would you like to establish manual control?
Give me a second. I'm going
Braine,
to...
just establish manual override. I'll put on my night vision aviators.
Wait. I might be able to clear out this disturbance.
It hit me. Sorry.
Just
How fucking stupid that was. Sorry. That was awesome. Continue on.
Okay. So I am going to assume that some of this disruption is intentional. And I'm going to attempt to input Lemurian procedures and chanting in order to perhaps guide a way through the disruption.
All right, sure. Here's how I'm going to allow this. I'm going to let you make a tech check to do all that, and I'm going to have Zedek make me a piloting check as he takes over and does manual control. Pray to God neither of you complicate.
that's a 5.
I'm going to spend 2 glory on this.
Okay, good,
Right,
good.
Roll it.
There we go. That's the complication that we needed.
Excellent. 4 successes and a complication. What we were looking for, right?
Yeah, this is perfect. All right, so the shuttle comes in, and Zedek, you're trying to get a sense because you don't want to go into the fog directly because you might impact something. You're trying to skirt around, finding an opening, finding where patches of the fog are least dense. Meanwhile, behind you, you have Braine, who is giving Lemurian chants and sort of describing how Forge World Lemuria obfuscates some of its settlements on more ocean-based worlds. Would you like to explain some of that to me right now, Pi?
Yes. By interfacing on a molecular level with some of the contaminants within an ocean, you can find a way to pre-program tiny nano machines within the Ethereum. By creating these buoys, you can then further project out the noosphere in such a way to where you can create larger scale disruptions in a technique that is reminiscent of the Shroud Psalm. Lemuria is an expert in this technology.
Yeah. And you're going on and explaining this, and what you eventually see is there is this shining light of a comms tower, this sort of like beacon light amidst the fog as you're heading towards it. And as you're heading towards it, like Zedek, you've got a really good handle on your flying, but for a moment, Pi, as you're looking at this tower, which you would see, like, this looks to be almost a standard Lemurian make comms tower. For some flash of a moment, as you're providing this information to Captain Zedek, the tower comes to life, and where this hand is coming out of the ground in the form of a comms tower, these metal tendrils coming towards the Arvis as though to pluck it out of the sky. And this would be the animated confusion complication brought to you by A to Z from our Patreon. So you for like this split moment think that the comm tower is alive and reaching towards you, and Zedek hasn't noticed this.
Zedek, watch out! It's going! I've seen this before!
And there's this sudden jerk, and you perform a landing, but what happens is you push out of the way, which actually causes you to clip something. and there's this sudden alert sound in the back. Lorn, how do you react? Because I know you love starship endangerment scenes.
You see,
How
I
are you
prepared
reacting?
for this. I have my noise canceling headphones on. I got my pillow. I got my first class seats, and I think it's turbulence, and I'm just chilling out reading my magazine. I turn over my my White Dwarf magazine. I still just looking through. I'm like, yeah, it's a shame that Tyranids haven't got a model update since like fucking 2000 whatever. So neat.
That's my book.
Reeb, you're just like my White Dwarf. And so Zedek, you can feel that the tail of the vessel is spinning out of control, and you manage to stabilize it with your piloting check, but you perform this sudden, like, just shock landing where you come down and you can hear this scraping of metal on rock or something like that for a moment, and you notice a hairline crack start to form on the front view screen as well.
Braine, what did you do? Why did you scare me like that?
I'm sorry, it seems as though, yes, they've updated the code since last I left. They've kept in some nasty countermeasures for those attempting to breach their defenses. This is merely the genius of Lemuria and my personal error. My apologies.
The back hatch opens, admitting this swirling fog in.
If you do that again, we may not survive. And if we do, I will kill you personally.
Pie, is there a particular reason every time you take over the helm that we crash?
I'm sure there's no connection.
And I'm going to begin walking out of the hatch.
Yeah, you walk into this wall of thick fog. And you see just underneath, there seems to be a small cobblestone path that winds out from this rocky sort of outcropping you've landed in.
Indeed.
Up ahead, you can see some lights, like sort of dull, like brighter patches of white, or even some like yellowish orange lights further ahead.
Obviously, I'm taking on myself and walk out, and I assume obviously for help with descriptions, so it's awfully foggy, correct?
Yes.
Do I see any can see through any hills or anything, or?
No. What you mostly see is this cobblestone sort of path right underneath your feet.
Okay, that joke's ruined. As I walk through, it's like, well, I just say there was a lot of water here. This was a dead world. Didn't think we'd have established areas like this, though. I figured it'd just be like a metal hut somewhere.
Well, obviously, the genius of Lemuria has restored life. Now, I'm going to access the new sphere and see if we could find a way towards these most central locations of civilization.
This little earthen mound sure is quiet.
Admittedly, I didn't think that they would have named the entire planet after the only piece of land on the entire planet. It kind of hits the nail on the head, though.
What is the name of this planet again?
Shady Rock. We are on the rock, and it does happen to be shady.
Yes, it is. I'm very, I'm clever. Okay.
Well,
Braine is Lemuria like.
Can I attempt to?
Go ahead.
Sorry, can you attempt to what?
Can I attempt to make a tech check and see if I can trace, find our path throughout here to?
That would not be really a tech check. There's there's no records. This would be more of a survival.
Okay, I probably shouldn't be the person making that.
Let me see.
Yeah,
Mine's not really better.
We all have an equal chance to complicate.
Well, it's just that
Failing
mine
doesn't
is
mean
like
death.
4.
Yeah. Now I never complicate.
I love the pointing out that
You know what?
I put
I'll
you
do
in
it.
front
I
of
got a
fog.
6. Aha!
Okay.
I got a glory.
Oh shit!
And I got a 7.
All right.
Nice. There you go.
Like, Lord, you walk into this like you're not afraid, you're confident, you're able, like, there's a cobblestone road to follow. You start making your way through it, and you just have swagger as you do it. I'm assuming the rest of you are just going to follow Lorn's lead.
Yeah, he seems to
Yeah,
know what
come
he's
with me,
doing.
boys.
Yeah,
I'm
and you
all
carry
alone.
on through for maybe about 15 minutes or so of walking before there's this immense sign up ahead. It's kind of this rusted metal sign that's been painted in green with white text on it, and it just reads "New Prosperity,"
Yeah, fuck.
and then the path continues on further.
Well, normally, boys, there would be some central thing, since this has some semblance of civilization, and we're able to basically land here. They should have known we're here, and there's no welcoming party, so we have to find a central base of government that's on this rock. So I believe it's somewhere in this direction we can go. Use my survival instincts to kind of think of like a layout of like a village back in my Fenrisian days. Basically, like normally people would structure it in the middle here for me to go.
Yeah, and you kind of take that as you start walking past the sign and into what is clearly some form of settlement. There are buildings many stories tall, mostly made out of like stone and bricks that have this appearance as though they've existed for centuries. If you have y'all can give me a scholar check. Like,
Sure thing. I will.
I'd be happy
love
to.
For a scholar
Yay.
check.
In theory, I'm good at
Give
those.
me a 3 and a glory.
Nice.
Ooh.
okay.
I'm gonna spend. Well, no, I'm not gonna spend. It.
Fail.
Oh,
Pi and Zedek don't really figure out anything. Reeb, you get a glory. You also recognize like this outpost from your research hasn't existed for that long. Like it's only been out here for maybe a century. These raw, like the stonework here is incredibly old.
Old. It's not that old. Only a century.
Yeah, well, the outpost, yeah. I mean, Imperium, right?
It's a little bizarre. By my records are showing that this outpost is only about a century old. Why is it like this? This fog feels like it would be very difficult to work with.
Well, in Lemuria, most of our high industry exists beneath the waves. We are masters of subnautical operations. It's possible that these are simply highly advanced prefabs. I'm not privy to all of the secrets of our higher orders of tech priests, but I could imagine basically any feat is possible.
Lorn, as you're kind of leading the group and they're having this discussion, you see a sign with a sort of dull yellow lumen under it. Again, that kind of green background sign with faded white text on it in front of one of these buildings. And it just reads bar.
Bar.
I look at it. I squint at the sign. I'm like,
Mhm.
what what the fuck does that say? I look at Reeb.
Well, Lorn,
What is
I'm
this?
also going
I
to-
point at the B.
that is the letter B. This is a bar, presumably
Oh.
a place for the lower individuals to come and drown their woes in cheap liquor.
Ah, I see. It's a townhouse. Got it. And I begin to walk in to the bar.
Yeah. You
Feeling
push
right
your
at home.
way into the bar, and immediately you get this like warm sensation as you pass out of this oppressive fog and into
I assume the
this,
lights are on, like to the windows.
the lights are on inside it. Yeah, you come in and there's this warm, inviting light. You can see groups of people. There's about 9 people, each in groups of 3, scattered around, sitting at tables with flagons of some kind of like what you would guess would be an alcoholic beverage, taking sips and putting down. And then behind the bar, is this figure that immediately catches your attention as you enter, because it bears similarities to other people, maybe even some people who have been in your group or are in your group. This immense red-robed figure with sort of metallic armor and like glowing eyes that's utilizing one of its metal arms to clean a cup, and like looks up as you enter.
Good. Someone who could possibly speak my language. And I basically start walking up there, and obviously I see his amazing attire, and it's like, is there any other more details to him when I walk up?
I mean, he has like a red robe all over him. Like I say, these sort of like glassy eyes. You get the exact same vibe that you get from Braine. He looks like this almost larger version of Braine with an immense backpack, like this clear Skitarii look, but has like an apron over him and is just cleaning glasses behind this bar desk.
Right. All right. I come in and slam my hand down. All right. What are you selling, barkeep? What you got for me?
My greetings there. We are selling lots of stuff. Would you like beer or wine or beer?
Try the beer, Lorn, the beer.
Yeah, I'll take a beer.
All right, then. And he like takes the glass he's finished cleaning, slams it down on the desk, leans over it, takes his other hand, pulls the like face mask down, and his mouth opens to dispense this bubbling brown liquid that fills up the glass, and then he just puts the mask back on.
Does it make like a disgusting, like, you know how like it just sounds like diarrhea coming out of a faucet sound?
Soda tap.
No, it sounds like a soda tap, and in fact, this looks really appealing looking. Like it's got this like perfect amount of foam. You can hear the fizzing over everything. The only other sounds you're hearing are like the up and down of cups being put on table from the other people in here. But he passes it over to you with this mechanical hand, and then looks at your eyes, Reeb, and just says, "No charge."
Oh, it's like I immediately down it.
After the captain, the psyker, and the Skitarii enter, the acolyte shall enter and say, "This feels like the beginning to a really bad joke."
I'm beginning to dread the punchline.
And yeah, Lorn, you throw this drink back, and it's perfect. Like it's that just excellent ratio of alcohol, but still something you can drink without feeling like any bad aftertaste. This is something you could slam back multiples of. This is something you could just sip on one for a while. It's just unerringly perfect.
I basically just slam it down. I look him dead in the eyes, and it's now psychic energy eye time. And I look at the server bartender dead in the eyes, and I'm like, give me more of every single beer you got. I want all of it. And I'm starting to psychic pull everything off the shelf to put glasses down.
Yeah, and he just reaches up to grab the glass.
The entire time. I want more.
He grabs the cup that you just finished, brings it back, starts polishing it. Why, sure, friend, no problem. And then clears it up, opens his mouth, and more of this foamy goodness comes in and puts it forward.
This Lawrence is backing everything. He hasn't had beer since he's left, Fenris. So he's just like.
Captain Zedek's going to see this and kind of pipe up. Lorn, I'm sure that beer is delicious. And it looks kind of tantalizing to me too. But nevertheless, there's no such thing as a free beer. Trust me, I know. I tug at my collar and show a couple scars.
You're paying for it though, right? He said no charge. Going back to chugging them down.
Reeb is
don't worry. Everything here is free, friends.
Reeb is gonna see all this crap unfolding, and everyone's just come up to the bar and is Lorn is drinking. Zedek is questioning whether or not it costs money. Reeb's gonna ask this guy for his name because we were here on a job, not to drink beer.
Yeah. So you go up. How do you phrase that to this?
Good
this
evening. Tech
Great.
priest?
Greetings. Oh no, I am not a tech priest. I am but a humble bartender.
Very good. What is your designation?
Oh, I am operator 34R.
A4R. Interesting. Could you tell us? We were sent down here because there was a bit of a message that went out indicating there was some trouble going on. I can see that a fog has set in, but that may be common around here. And you are passing out free alcohol. Is there no trouble?
Oh, there is no trouble at all. Are you referring to the astropathic communication we sent?
Okay, before we continue, chat, it's not fucking Roll 34 for his name. It's Bar. It's Bar and Leets me. It's 3 for the B, 4 for the A, and R for the Bar, you sick bastards.
Stop being horny.
For comments on it, everyone's like, oh, Roll 34, right? I'm like, there's other shit in this world. No.
Hot for Skitari. Okay.
Stop being horny on Maine. For God's sake.
3-4R is going to be
We
Hot
had a,
Psycharian singles in your area. Ooh.
I'm going to throw you out the window, Hulky.
Sorry,
we
Reeb.
had to
Reeb,
literally get rid of an entire binary thing because it was too long for the image section, and you fuckers ruined it. I'm yelling at
Reeb,
chat.
carrying on.
Yeah, there's 34R. He looks like a friend.
Yes, the astropathic communications. I was responsible for sending that.
Indeed. So, you requested aid.
Why, yes, everything is going great here, but I realized that we could use assistance.
With?
I might have a rat in the basement. It may be a dire problem.
Are you fucking me? Did you literally bring us through the entire fucking... This is just not in character. Did you really bring us to the entire fucking galaxy to do a level 1 rat-killing tavern quest, you fuck?
It could be a rodent of unusual size.
Something's killing the rats in my basement. Stop it.
You seem like talented, adventurous folk who
Okay.
can help a
All right.
humble keep like me.
Okay, back in character. Did you just bring us to the entire fucking galaxy to take care of our fucking rat problem?
Would you like another drink? They're
Yes,
free.
please.
He opens his mouth, vomits down this beautiful foam. Here
Easily
you
placated.
are.
I drank it.
34R, I need to ask. Because
Yes.
it has been likely so long since this poor fellow has had any alcohol, do you have anything strong? This is a naval town. Surely you have... You could see a very slight grin crack on Reeb's face. Surely you have some port?
Yes, we do have port. Let me procure some. He pulls down the cover, vomits out this beautiful, delectable port into a cup that he has just miraculously finished polishing, hands it off to you. There you are. No charge. Everything here is free.
Excellent.
Well, you will go ahead and enjoy all of the free things that 34R have furnished to you. I will be ordering something myself.
What would you like, friend? I can make all sorts of beverages.
Greetings, Operator 345. I am Designate Pi Braine of the Skitari Manifold, currently status Explorator Tech Priest.
Oh, Skitari, eh? I hear they are mighty fine warrior folk. We could sure use that kind of help around here, continues polishing one of the cups.
But I'm going to kind of lean in. I'm trying to keep this a little distant from everybody else. Because
boy.
I trust my Forge World. But
I have been informed that there are Skitari manifolds upon this world, 3-4R.
Oh, no, we are but humble townsfolk here who live our peaceful lives. Continues polishing.
All right. Well, I don't really believe it. Can I roll some insight?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm going to pop all of our glory into this because I have 1 insight.
Yeah. Just like, are
Right.
you for real?
Let's go for it.
Do it.
All right. I've rolled it.
Forget
Let's
jerk.
see. When the algorithm will
And the
allow me to
buttons
roll it.
work. And like you could see that this like 3-4R is just continuing to polish this cup in his hand while looking over all of you. Kind of looks over to Lorn. Would you like another drink, sir? They're
Yeah.
free.
I would like another one, please.
More liquid comes out. Ooh, I mean 4 and you get 1 glory back.
Wait, no, didn't he roll that insight above? How did
Yeah,
he-
I it wasn't registering. The first one was
Take that
5.
back.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So 5, no glory, and then you included the glories in that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah, with a 5, you're able to tell that 3-4R is being entirely honest as you're trying to like suss out. They're just a humble barkeep who's handling the bar here.
polishing that flag into a mirror shine?
Oh yeah, and like it's almost dead on perfect by the time he finishes with one. He's refilling Lorn.
Are all of the barkeepers in Lemuria like this?
Lemuria doesn't really have barkeepers.
Fair enough, but I mean, like for like you know, like for the horrible shitty workers, I don't care about.
Fuck no. This to quote chat, whilst he may believe this, 3-4R is kind of sus.
Oh, fuck off.
Well, everything seems like it's going on okay over here.
Wait. I grab Braine. Wait.
What?
They have a rat problem. We have to help them.
Of course we will, for the glory of Lemuria.
Go kill the rat.
I will.
Kill
Give
him.
me a second.
Zedek's already kind of across the bar looking for the basement door with his gun drawn.
Do you have any information on this rat, operator?
I think there may have been one. A patron had told me that there may be one down there.
And where is the location of the local magos?
Local magos. Oh, I don't know. I am but a simple barkeep. But if you go out, there is a list of important town locations on the sign outside.
Thank you. You are very helpful.
I'm just getting off the bar guard. Like, keep filling them up. We'll drink them later. I go immediately to the basement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
heading to the basement at this point. Now I am emboldened. Not only am I on a mission with the official ambassadorium,
I am on a mission for Lemuria.
Yeah, you make your way to the like open door that leads to the basement. Lorn, my good friend, you've had a fair amount to imbibe, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Could you give me an agility test?
Sure can, boss.
Thank you.
Is there even? There has to be agility.
It's one of your attributes. It's not a skill. So
And Pi use up all the fucking glory because I only have an agility of
Sure
1.
did.
sorry. I thought it would make a big difference. I'm
Sure did.
I got nothing. I got a 0.
Oh yeah, you tumble down the stairs like.
How many wounds do I take?
You just take 1 wound as you like collapse, hit your head down the side of the stairs. Blood is sort of trickling down your face, going into your beard, and like you all like the rest of your party follows you down into what is this absolutely perfectly arranged basement with rows of like casks that have been set up. The entire area is perfectly lit. There are just rat traps that have been set all around. None of them look like they've been sprung. They've actually accumulated dust on them.
That's deeply concerning.
That's
There's a
simply
rat
because
program.
of the incredible maintenance and hygiene of all members of Fort Lemuria.
Yes, for certain.
I do agree.
This is a basement.
Yes. I'm going to call out, Rat, show yourself!
Rat.
Rat. Rat. Where's the rat?
Can I slap real quick? Can I do a Medicaid to slap a band-aid on Lorn's fucking forehead?
Absolutely, you can give me a medication.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so guys, I'm gonna use all of our glory to do the Medicaid check. Give it a
One
second.
wound.
It's gonna load.
I believe.
Did you say you used all the glory for a medication?
No, I'm not using.
Okay.
I'm not using any glory. I have a 10 in Medicaid. I'm not using glory for that ever.
Well, Reeb is
Who
patching
says
Lorn.
that?
I sad cry at you.
Zedek takes out a small voice recorder from his jacket and just says, "Reminder: get Lorn life alert back on ship."
We're gonna get this dude an
I'm
acorn
complicated and I can't get. Oh, I'm making that a thing. That's a t-shirt now.
That is.
That's a fucking t-shirt.
Oh Jesus!
So as this is going on, Zedek and Pi, you like as the ridiculous 8 Medicaid roll happens and Reeb patches up all the wounds on Lorn. Pi and Zedek, you take the like literal 30-second walk to go through this basement area, and it's perfectly clean.
So I'm not thinking there's a rat down here, at least one that's dumb enough to fall into a trap. What about you, Braine?
Well, I don't think that Lemuria would lie. Or if they did, they would have a very good reason. So we should double our search and then return upstairs and inform our good operator that we could not find it.
I have a sneaking suspicion that there's more to this basement than the 30 seconds it took to walk around it once.
Oh, almost certainly. The question is, are you qualified to understand those secrets?
I don't think any of us are objectively qualified if there's some spooky shit going on.
What? No, I'm qualified.
Do you now, Braine? Forgive me if I'm being ignorant of your own culture, but is there a qualification for things that are just too spooky to understand?
Yes. Generally, the Magoses learn about them. I am close on my way to becoming one. I have thought long about what my specialization should be. I've thought that I would make a very good Dominus, but then again, I wonder if I am leaning too hard into my role as a combatant. Perhaps my genius may one be expanded upon in another direction. So many possibilities await me.
Captain Zedek puts a reaffirming hand on Braine's shoulder and just taps it. Yes, you are, buddy. Yes, you are.
Oh, thank you, Zedek. I've always known that you were chosen by the Omnissiah. Someday we'll have to do something about your hands, though.
What? No, you aren't. No. Full stop.
Gentlemen, I hate to break it to you, as I'm applying a medicated bandage to Lorn's boo-boo. We came down here for a reason, not to pat each other on the back on our futures.
Yes, you
You
make
finished the second pass now as you've been having this bro talk, Pi and Zedek, and still there's no possible even egress point for a rat in here.
I'm going to head back up the stairs.
Yeah. Oh, howdy there. Did you find the rat?
We have done a thorough investigation upon your basement unit, and we have been unable to find any rats. It may be that it scurried off.
Oh, chucks. Isn't that a shame? Well, I'm sorry for making you come all this way for nothing, but please take a look around our beautiful settlement. And if you ever need a drink, come here. The drinks are free.
Yes, I have come to understand this. Of course, I have no need for such drinks. Well, it has been a pleasure meeting you, 3-4. I will go and grab my companions. I'm opening the door. Guys, gotta get out of it. It's no rats. It's fine.
There's no rats? Ah!
No rats.
Oh, rats.
This is bullshit.
It's not bullshit. not a rat.
Excuse me, 3-4R.
Yes.
Who was the individual who reported a rat in your basement?
Oh, that would be Tom over there.
Yes.
Wait, wait, where's Tom?
Just points to one of the people that's like sitting in the tables here.
Wait, there were people here? I thought we were alone.
Oh no,
There's people in the bar.
yeah. There's been people here the whole time.
Oh my god.
You guys
There's
be
so
in
many
the
people
bar
for
because you're
brain
fucking
assault.
alcoholics.
Oh, I thought we were in a completely empty bar with
No.
this guy.
No, there have been people, and remember, like as you've been talking, the only punctuating sounds they haven't been talking. You've just heard the flagons that they're drinking from hit the tables, and that's been the only other sound.
I'm going to approach Tom.
Tom is drinking. He looks like Tom just looks like the absolute most average Imperial citizen, wearing like an administratum clerk's robes, and is just like drinking from this stein.
Greetings, Citizen Tom.
He turns to you, looks up. Times are great.
I guess they are.
Indeed.
Did you see a rat in the basement?
Times are great.
Yeah,
Next
we might
dialogue choice.
You need to try phrasing it a different way.
Oh yes. Have you seen? Do you know what a rat is?
Times are great.
Times are bad.
Fuck.
Oh shit, he's an NPC.
I know. I have an idea.
I take wait. I take some dice, which are like bone dice from Renzian times, and I roll them going, "Hey, how are you doing?" I roll.
Fuck, you're making a persuasion check.
Times are great.
Fuck.
I want to try something now.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I walk up to Tom and I say, if you say times are great, that means they're not.
Times are great.
We're in trouble.
I am going to, at this point, I'm going to.
And like as he finishes taking his next sip, like one of the other two people at his table puts it down their flagon, takes a brief repose, and then picks it up and starts drinking as well.
I'm going to take out my combi tool, and I'm going to attempt to. Can I, utilizing tech, find if there are any like ongoing transmissions or activities within the noosphere in this general area?
Absolutely. You can give me a
Okay.
tech check for that. Pull out a little Auspex unit and check that shiz out. Yeah.
Yeah. We're just gonna get some readings. That's 6 successes.
Yeah.
With 6, you're able to tell there's some like low band data traffic here, some like routine comm pulses that you would expect to see from a research outpost.
Can
You
I
can't
tap
pinpoint
into
where
them?
exactly where it is, but you can detect that there's something that's transmitting.
Is it possible for me to tap into it and listen in?
You would need like a 7 for that.
I'm not going to waste a glory on that, or wrath, I should say.
I got a question actually. Can I go back to 3-4R and ask him a question?
Yeah, he's still just shining up cups.
3-4R.
Yes.
You directed us. You directed me to Tom, who was the one who reported the rat in your basement. We've talked with him, and he says times are great and nothing else.
They
there something
sure
wrong?
are.
Yes, he's not told us anything about the rat. I'm trying to find out about this rat that he supposedly saw, and he's not saying anything.
Oh, that Tom. He's a trickster, that Tom.
Going back over to Tom, GM, can I roll a Medicaid check on the Tom?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. I will check to see if Tom has some kind of blood parasite in his brain. Well, I'll let you know when that goes through.
It appears that Khan was here. Oh no!
Oh,
wow!
Oh!
Yeah.
There's no blood
No, you're
parasite,
already full.
but like you get the impression like of heavy narcotics. Like this is you don't detect any, and you do like a quick bio sweep. You don't detect any, but this is what you would expect for someone who's like drugged out or programmed in some way that like would involve heavy amounts of drugs that are often used in like torture or other things.
I have
Or
a
is
question.
tired.
Yes, Lorn.
This is an out of thing question.
Mm-hmm.
Was this your idea or Alpha's?
I'll answer that later.
If it's fucking, did Alpha fucking bring us to a goddamn Oblivion NPC episode? I will fucking strangle him where he stands.
It's a little bit We Happy Few, a little bit Oblivion.
I run up to Tom. Have you heard of the High Elves?
Times
Can
are
I-
great.
He's
Can I
heard of
extend
them. It's Oblivion.
Can I
Fuck.
extend my Medicaid check to the liquor that 3-4R is serving?
Yeah, you can apply that. You don't even have to roll. Like, he's providing booze that's really high quality. You're not detecting any kind of drugs or anything in it.
Wait, hang on. If these guys have been like sitting here drinking for fucking ever, I'm not surprised that they've got a narcotic effect in them. They might not have even left this bar.
Friends, I present to you a possibility.
Yes.
You have the floor.
We are wasting our fucking time. There's weird things going on. And if this is some sort of alien assault, we must liberate my people.
I agree. Let's leave and look elsewhere.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
need to. Okay, 3-4R.
Yes.
Let me think. Actually, what is it? We had town hall. Town hall.
Oh, we have the
3-4R, where is the town hall?
Oh, why, you'll want to check the sign right outside. It has all the important locations in town.
Very good. Thank you very much, 3-4R. You can stop pouring beers for us now. We're probably not going to ingest any further.
Lorn, would you like one for the road? They're free.
Not right now.
You didn't tell
Okay.
him your name, did you?
No, I didn't.
Why does he know your name?
I leave.
Yeah. You walk out. You're back in the fog, but up ahead, like, the fog seems to have parted just a bit by a big sign. And on that sign, you see several locations listed. There's Town Hall, Church of the Divine Emperor, Docks, and Shady Rock Retirement Home.
Bro, we're 2 steps away from some fucking like itch.io horror shit. We're like Bloodborne is about to start happening any second. There's like 6 amygdalas on every tower. I shit you
Dude,
not.
don't worry. I've got the music box for Father Grumblegoo.
Oh, good.
I want to try the docks.
And on that note, let's take our break. Let's take our break.
Yeah, let's take
And
a,
we will come back.
let's take a chill pill. All right,
Oh
chat.
my
We'll be
God.
right back.
Be right back. Sephiroth speaker. Sephiroth?
Yeah, why
Yeah.
is he your favorite one? Why did you get him on the pillow this
Okay,
time?
this bit is horseshit. Kafka is my favorite one. There is no fucking. This is horseshit. I
Good
am
man.
Final
Good man.
Fantasy VI slut. I fucking love the let motif.
Good man.
Fantasy 6 is the best Final Fantasy. Clown boys represent.
You
No,
just
man.
want to
The
fuck
clown.
clowns. That's it. You only just want to fuck the
big
clown.
feet like a clown, but I know
Guys,
you love Sephiroth.
I got
Guys,
big old
no.
big
Hey,
feet
guys.
for clown
Hey, guys.
reasons.
Kafka's the winner. He won for like a solid 2 years with the
Guys.
Death Laser. And
Guys.
yes,
Guys.
the
They
chair
were all-
recognizes
Guys.
Zoran.
Stop.
They were only
guys.
able to beat him with the
But-
single largest final.
Stream.
You'll get your.
But the
Okay.
stream.
Oh
We're
yeah,
live.
that's right. We're
I will
doing
hear
it.
about your clown fetish.
Okay,
Oh.
fine. I'll write all about that on my blog.
Sad honking.
Welcome back. Welcome back to
Welcome back.
WarHams. As we're continuing on, I think we all decided to go to the docks.
Yes. So departing from the town square, the sign by the bar, you make your way towards the docks, which are as depressing as the rest of the exterior of this city, with deep rolling walls of fog moving around. The docks themselves appear to be mostly wooden planks that extend out for quite some ways, and you begin traversing. You see lumen bulbs that aren't even turned on, that sort of mark the pass as you carry your way forward. Really quickly, I would like to get a what's going to be a good check here. I'm going to accept a survival test for this. I'm gonna anyone who wants to provide me a survival test, and if you want to spend some glory on this, it is about the docs themselves and knowledge you might have.
I will spend 3 additional glory. Oh, I turned it off.
I'm straight up not gonna even roll. I don't want to have the threat of complicating.
I'll give it a shot.
I clicked the thing, but it's taken a while, so we're gonna roll these
It's
die.
been really slow today. Ooh, and a complication. Excellent.
No, that's the
glory on top.
That's the glory. I got a glory with my roll of a 4 success, and no successes with the glory I put in.
Good.
Lorn and Pi are just like weirdly knowledgeable about docs. It's like
wow, Captain Zedek apparently. Damn.
Got some of our glory back.
Glory. All right. So, really quick, all of you, as you're walking, you've been thinking about the planet that you're on, and like this is a dead world. There shouldn't be trees. Why is the dock made out of wood?
Why is there a dock on a planet that only has one landmass?
Because it's funny.
And as you're like all thinking of these, you're carrying on down this long dock towards the open ocean, and you start hearing this creaking sound up ahead, and further at the very like edge of your vision, you see this figure that seems to be rocking in place.
In a chair?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm about to say rocking in what?
He's rocking.
He's rocking in the free world.
I am gonna approach this fucking rocking bitch. That was really sad. Oh my god.
So you make your way up and you see a figure who is in a rocking chair facing out at the edge of the dock towards the open ocean. And she's sitting there with a teacup in her hands, wearing an administrator's robes, this sort of older woman with a almost like rictus grin on her face, staring out with one like bionic eye towards the open fog ocean. And you just hear this as she's rocking and holding her tea.
Hey, Reeb's gonna walk up actually because he feels a weird twinge in the back of his head.
Sure.
Excuse me, ma'am?
She reacts by like placing the back of her left hand on the teacup plate and holding the teacup, and raises her right hand and just shakily turns it into a single pointing digit and points out at the sea.
I'm going to follow the finger and look out towards the sea for anything of particular note.
You just see a wall of utter fog.
Terrific.
And then as she's moving her chair back and forth.
Ma'am, I get the distinct feeling we may have met somewhere before.
She keeps looking out, and she kind of shakes her head slightly, but like her face seems contorted somehow. Like the smile is overtaking her.
Can I, what would be a good thing to check for memory?
Like you would know you do not recognize this person at all.
I could have sworn very similar to someone that I think we have seen before.
Well, she's crazy. I begin to leave the docks.
Okay, so you turn. Are any other of you like interacting with her?
I'm going to walk off the docks in the direction she pointed.
Oh, okay.
You can't swim. You can't swim.
You're made of metal. Don't do this.
I'm from an ocean planet.
You have points in swimming and poison resistant, the ultimate Deus Ex character.
That's right. I put all my points into swimming.
Okay, are you just walking off the dock?
Yeah, I'm going to test it and see if there's a solid surface.
How do you test?
I'm like going off the dock and I'm putting my foot down as far as it can go till I touch the water.
It is entirely water. You don't feel any surface below it.
I'm going to.
Yeah, Braine, I'll help you out. I tap him on the shoulder, point my hand, and I cast Molten Beam at the fog in the direction she pointed.
Okay. Yeah, give me a psychic test, please.
Yeah, I just go boop, and I
Don't
just
complicate, please.
well, you think you jinxed it.
Yeah, that's way to go.
No, I did not, but I succeeded.
Don't blame me for
Also,
jinxing nothing, mister.
There's still a couple Wrath Die that are not supposed to be in there, but you get it.
Okay. Yeah. You produce into being this manifest light that shoots out from your hand and goes straight into the fog. And the fog does this thing where it kind of creates this sort of circle around it as it's all like burned away. But just as quickly the beam fades and the fog just re-encompasses it.
See? There's nothing there. And this lady obviously is going to talk to us. So let's go back to the board and see what's going on.
What? Tell us your wisdom.
I sent the message. I sent the message.
What? You sent a message? You called us here?
You need to find.
And her like smiling face is still pointing.
Need to find the big fish.
The big fish.
The big fish?
The fish.
It's the fish in the water.
Oh. I see. I
we looking
want
for
to
like
do a thing. I want to
Okay.
do science, which or whatever. How
Yeah,
do you-
sign of science.
Yeah.
Sign of science.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so weird to say it. I basically do that to detect any. I got a 10. So, is there any psychic influence in any way, shape, or form?
No. In fact, if anything, this whole area radiates the opposite. Like, except for the burning minds of your allies by you, everything here is dulled.
Oh,
Like-
fuck.
Like, even and out in the fog, like where she's pointing, there's just like this blankness. But even around, like you can feel there's psychic emanations from the people here, but they're dulled and pacified compared to your fellow party members who are acting.
Well, Shad was fucking with him, and I suspect it's the big fish. Isn't that right? Rock faster if yes.
She consistently rocks, and like her hand kind of unsteadily comes down and grabs the teacup. And
Make two
and she-
loud sips if yes.
Oh, she can't. It's
she reaches up with the cup and takes like a sip, her hands shaking, and then puts it down back on her lap and turns to you, Lorn, and again with that rictus look in her eyes.
Times are great.
Ah, shit. All right, let's get back to the middle, boys. Let's go check out that retirement home.
GM, got a crazy
Yes.
question.
Absolutely.
I know she's in her rocking chair.
Yeah.
Would it be possible to push the rocking not off the edge of the pier? I'm talking like the other direction, like take her with us.
I was going to say
Yeah,
the
you
same thing.
you could easily drag the chair with you. I mean,
I don't
Ma'am.
think that's a good idea.
Please give us a moment. We're going to take you with us.
Sorry, because the way we do shit is like, I can't solve this puzzle, throws her off.
Maybe the way you do things.
I appreciate the other video game. I can't solve this puzzle now, but I will later, so I'm bringing her with me. I'm putting the old lady in a chair in my inventory.
Oh, lady acquired. She just sits there in your taskbar in some pocket
I
dimension.
have the distinct bad feeling if we leave her out here, something bad will happen. So that's why I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you sent the message, apparently, and now you are trapped. So I'm going to be nice and help.
Someone said the kidnappings continue.
So like, yeah, I'm gonna say the camera cuts to a view much like we have on screen, but for those of you on the podcast, it's kind of this aerial view of our party members on the docks, except it's like the three Zedek, Lorn, and Braine like advancing away, and then cut like several more party members lengths behind is Reeb dragging this rocking chair that's just making this like grinding wood on wood sound as he's dragging it down the docks. But yeah, do you want to drop her off somewhere, or are you going to take her with you the entire way to the retirement home?
I think Reeb's getting a bad premonition, by Reeb I mean me, about this. And Reeb is all about helping people, as you know. He's such a warm and inviting individual. I'm going to drag her back to the Arbus later.
Reeb, I want Earndil, I want you to know that you are thinking exactly what I'm thinking. Because if she just, I mean, to be honest, we're going to end up kidnapping her if she survives the end of this. So she's not going to have a grandma at the end of the day.
So do you remember the start of Resident Evil 4 with the policeman? I'm getting a very un forastero feeling.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Also, I had an additional thought.
Mm-hmm.
If we're supposed to find the big fish, and it's not some aphorism for a life well lived or a literal giant fish.
Yes.
Could the rat in the basement be this woman because she called us here? And she's the rat.
I love the conspiracy wall you have going right now. This is great.
That's keep headstrong, and boys, we go to the we go to like the retirement home, I guess.
Okay, so we cut ahead to Reeb puts the old lady in the back of the Arfus, which she continues rocking, also unerringly pointing towards whatever direction the ocean is.
She's pointing at the ocean. I thought she was going to point at the servitor.
Yeah. And then the four of you head back into New Prosperity, and then make your way towards what's listed as the Shady Rock Retirement Home, which is this flat, squat, white building. Like, it's still stone, but the outer stones have been painted white, and it has this again green sign with white text on it that just reads, Shady Rock Retirement Home.
Well,
yes. Somewhere that smells more like old people than the bridge of the debt collector.
Hey!
Not you, Lorn. I'm not even sure how old you are.
I forgot.
He's a very young 50.
I always thought like Lorn was just like 24, but he just has a big beard.
He's just like horribly old and a big beard. Like, I'm 18. Just Fenrizian aging.
I'm 18 years old.
34 years old.
So thanks, Hans. So yeah, the door here, like the door to it is closed. You can see there's bright lights on inside of it.
I enter inside.
Yeah. You enter into like what is clearly a foyer. Off to the left-hand side, there's some kind of public room. To the right, there's some kind of office. There's a set of stairs that go up, presumably to like personal rooms. The door to the public room is slightly ajar, so you can peer in and see like there's a bookshelf and a communal table, and then there's this nurse who's sitting behind a desk, sort of medicating nurse who perks up as you enter and looks at you.
Hi, I'm we're here to visit Granddad, and is he in today?
Oh, are you here to see Melchior?
Yeah. Good old Melky.
All right, come this way. She
Wow, that
stands
was
up
easy.
and walks away from the desk and towards the door, which she pushes open. Melchior, you have guests. Do all of you enter the room?
Yes.
So as you do,
Yeah.
there's an old man in like this kind of striped vestment shirt with an inquisitorial rosette dangling down his chest, held on a long string, this impressive metal rosette. And he has this like bionic eye that's built in, and he's sort of squinting as he looks up. And the nurse has moved behind him, and look, there he is. They're here to see you. I don't hear anymore. Hello there. Why are you here? Are you here to take me out of this place?
Do you want to leave? It's so comfy here. I sit on the couch going, I could like this place.
I don't think so. I used to be an Inquisitor Lord. I used to declare the fate of planets. Oh, do you want a Primarch pudding pop? Here, let me get you one. No, I don't want a Primarch pudding pop.
He sort of like raises his hands and shakes them up and down.
I don't know what nonsense is going on in this miserable pile of rocks and geriatrics, but I'll tell you this. If this is a Lemurian scheme, then I haven't been informed properly. If this is not, then I am a Lemurian tech priest, and I've had enough with goofs and rats and kind words. I take out my power sword, and I point it at the nurse. You're going to give me some answers. You're going to show me what you did to make this guy into an idiot. And if you don't, well, then I'll get rather angry.
Hey, I come out going like, Braine,
What?
I'm very tired, and I haven't had my pudding pop yet. Let's just wait. Just calm down.
Don't eat the pudding pop! I'm gonna grab Lorn. It could rat your brain or turn you into a nematode or whatever.
But it's so comfy here.
Zedek sees the opportunity, looks at Braine. Braine, please put Lorn down. We need to have him be at ease. I shoot him a wink. We are introducing him to his new roommate.
I can't put Lorn. Well, I take out my sword. I'm sorry, Lorn.
Lorn, I regret to tell you that,
man.
I regret to tell you, Lorn, that this mission was relayed to everybody under false pretenses. We have decided that your psychic gifts are too much for the party, and we are simply retiring those gifts.
Well,
All right.
But they have pudding pops. These nice gentlemen.
Retirement is a good thing, Melchior.
I don't want to retire.
While you all have been fucking determining whether or not you want to euthanize Lorn.
We're not euthanizing him. We're just putting him in a home. It's like he's in hospice.
So high to put Lorn down.
Reeb is coming over to this old man, and he's going to like put his hands on his own knees and just kind of stare, like bend down and stare into the man's eyes with a very stern look on his face. Now you I've seen before.
Oh. Yeah, I recognize that look. I'd recognize that look anywhere. You know secrets. You know the truth. You know
Primarch pudding pop. And he turns.
Oh, pudding pop.
Sort of moves towards the nurse who's produced this pudding pop.
Hey, where's mine?
Oh, silly. You don't need to be retired here.
Fuck. Just sit down angrily.
So, are we killing him or what?
No, we're gonna take him with. We need a grandpa for the grandma.
I need to inform you of something.
Right.
If you threaten to kill this man, I will likely burn you to death.
No. I don't want to kill him. He is a victim of this place. I would not want to harm him. He has information.
Yes, more than you have any idea of.
Do you recognize this Melchior individual?
Can I look over at the nurse? Is she busy dispensing pudding to this man?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Here
corral
comes the
everyone.
exterminatus cannon. Get ready.
Almighty, this is unpleasant. I'm sorry, I'm getting big JB 27 vibes from this. God, I wish that for me. Yeah. I'm gonna sequester the party a little bit further away. Gentlemen, that is Inquisitor Lord Melchior of the Ordo Xenos.
Yes.
You may not know him, but he... Kind of looking over at the sad old man who is busily being given pudding by a bright and cheery, freaky nurse.
Yes.
What else do I know of Inquisitor Lord Melchior?
He is responsible for monitoring Xenos activities across multiple subsectors.
Gentlemen, this fellow is very important for Xenos security across multiple sectors. How he is here, why he is here, and why he is being fed pudding are reasons I cannot hope to fathom at this very moment. But this is a very serious problem.
Well, it is no doubt that whatever forces have been able to counteract this station have silenced him, no doubt alongside my May-Ghosts. Undoubtedly, were we to meet them, then they might be in a similar state. We must assume whatever we are dealing with is hostile, no more softball.
I agree.
Oh, you did so good. You exterminatus the whole planet, she says as she bats off some of the pudding on his mouth.
Captain Zedek is going to walk over to the two of them. Excuse me, Nurse Mega Ratchet. We will be discharging this gentleman with us today. It is time for him to go home.
Oh, but does he... Do you
He's my
want to
dad.
go?
He's my dad.
You're not my son.
Oh, no, Dad, you're so silly. He's horribly demented. I'm his medical proxy.
I want a deception check. How much glory do you want to throw on?
Spend it all. Spend it all.
I'm
Spend it all.
the glory. It's just the guttural stuff of, oh, yes, he's my dad.
And the kidnapping spree continues.
I don't think it added all the die into that because I'm supposed to have higher deception.
Spin a rat. Get the rest of your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I spent all of it. I just didn't
Just
roll.
roll the
It was
dice.
a 2. So let me actually physically roll it. Hold on.
Yeah, roll 5. Roll 5 dice.
I'm gonna do 5 dice.
Two crit successes, so that's good. So 4 more, so 6.
I will spend a wrath. Or, sorry.
Wrath? Yeah. Reroll that.
Let me let's.
No, he spent all the glory. He's also throwing his wrath on now.
Oh, because we called them wrath dice. God damn it.
No, you're good. Okay. So that'd be 5
Yeah. Remember,
plus
you
4
click the
more, so
read.
9. Yeah, okay. That's gonna be good. He's like, all right then. We can get him out of here in just a few days.
No.
No, I just heft him up over my shoulder.
Just take him.
I'm taking him with me.
Dude, he's in a
don't-
wheelchair,
I
right?
don't
Just
like
use
you.
the wheelchair.
No, he's walking around on his own.
Okay,
There's no
okay.
wheelchair.
We
He's
just
just
grab
doing that
him.
kind of like old man shuffle. So
My
yeah,
favorite dance
you
step.
lift him like right up and toss him. He's like super frail and tiny, and she just, oh, are you sure?
I'm going to grab her by the neck and then smash her against the wall.
Jesus Christ!
I mean, I was just kidnapping an elderly man, but
We're trying to hover at a fucking 4 here. Look, you don't need an 11 right now.
One sec. I want to say this. Please make a weapon skill test to attack the retirement home nurse.
Oh my god.
You are kidding me.
We got a 6.
The retirement home nurse goes bodily partway into the shitty drywall that this establishment has. Oh, and she like has the smile as you like throw her into the wall. And she's like,
No, I'm holding her there.
yeah. And she's just looking at you with a smile. Okay. If you want to go, I guess that's okay.
Listen here, you witness. I want to know on whose authority you are keeping an Inquisitorial Lord under lock and key.
I'm gonna club you in the back of the head. No,
He's helping you. He's helping you.
No, he sure as shit ain't.
They're infested by some kind of psychic thing.
Clong!
I'd bash him in the back of the head with the butt of my last rifle.
Ow.
You are going to get us in very much trouble, Pie.
Trouble with who? The Nurse Association?
I have a bad feeling about this place, and slamming people into walls will get a good amount of attention on us.
I just want to frame that, like, the scene right now is Pi has, like, shoved this nurse through the drywall, holding her there. Reeb has come up, clucked him on the back of the head with the butt of the blast rifle. I'm assuming Pi Braine's head does a 180 to meet Reeb while he's still holding. But in the background of our camera, the nurse is still in the wall with a giant smile on her face.
Just why? Why? Why?
Does she give me an answer?
She responded to you.
Oh, what did she say?
Oh, no, to the thing. My bad.
Yeah.
What? Why? Because he went into retirement.
Who authorized the retirement? Who is the big fish?
Oh, you've heard of the big fish.
Well,
He's a wily one. Fishers from everywhere here have tried to catch him.
I'll put my hand on Reeb's shoulder and I kind of tug him back a little bit, going, Reeb, I agree with you in a lot of ways. Pie Braine, hit her again.
Jesus.
Make another hole.
I am actually.
Wait, don't kill her yet.
Pi,
You have Grandpa.
Pi doesn't think that this person's acting of her own volition, so he wouldn't actually kill this lady unless he had to.
But he will assault her.
Oh, no, he'll insult anybody.
You'll just cripple her. It's fine.
He's not crippling her.
You smashed her head into a wall.
Look, Earndil, we have to make a distinction. We have not gone full murder hobo. We are merely at assault hobo, which sounds much cooler.
I have
Assault hobo is a class of interstellar frigate.
Pi hasn't begun systematically ripping off her limbs, so he's off right now.
Wait, whoa, time out. Okay, there was a lot of laughing, and then all I heard was systematic removing of limbs. Hi, Braine, can you clarify your specific actions right now?
Pi has not. He has not begun systematic.
Okay, that's where my concern was. Good.
So he's going soft as far as he's concerned. He's just.
You have no limiter. You have no limiter. Your games on what is consensual and what is not.
Would you like to?
People,
Would you like to roll intimidate against the retirement home nurse?
I get any bonuses for my violence?
Ripping someone's limbs off is not intimidation.
I'm intimidated. Trust me. I'm going to spend 2 glory on this.
Roll to augment.
Fucking worst.
Augmented.
let's see what Pi does.
Oh, that should have been. That should have had more with it. So that's 2 successes thus far, and I'm just going to roll an extra 2d10.
You can kill people good, but you sure can't scare them.
Why D10?
I'm 2d because I've been playing World of Darkness.
Yeah, wrong. Get those D10s out of here.
Yeah. All right, so it's going to be 4 successes.
Okay. You continue intimidating. At which point, the drywall gives, and she falls through the wall. And as she does, you see her tumbling backwards, and then she lands perfectly on a mattress. Thump. Oh, that was fun.
I don't like it. Let's leave. Let's go. Let's just go. Come on, Braine. Come
Is she
on.
going to say anything?
I'm dragging Braine. Let's go. Let's just leave before.
I'm corralling the Lord Inquisitor out of the building.
Let's
I'll
just
move at my
go.
own pace, okay?
No, you're
Fuck
not.
you.
I say he's on my shoulder.
You will not speak down to him in such a manner.
I'm not speaking down to him. He's above me.
Yeah, you know what I mean, you smarmy dip.
Yeah, so you, as you're like running out, be sure to give Shady Rock Retirement Home a good review.
Will do. Sorry
I get-
about the damage.
I get on Zelp. Just tell like no
Is that
stars.
Zedek Yelp?
Yes. The Zedek's
Listen,
on just
Reeb.
review app on our Vox thingy.
Yeah.
Listen,
So
Reeb is upset because good retirement homes are hard to come by, and Pie throwing a good nurse through the wall is very bad. I don't approve. I will cry.
Good nurse is a bit of a stretch.
I'm
Who
crying.
would feed you
Sadly.
pudding? Who would feed you pudding, huh?
I can't eat pudding anymore.
You're back out in the fog.
Oh,
You
now
notice
you
now,
brought up bad
though-
memories.
As you've come out, the fog has started to slightly dissipate. Like, it's still intense and around, but like it's not as overbearing as when you first came in.
Mm.
To the office. Come on, boys. I'm the prize.
All right, we're going to go bring the Inquisitor back to the lander.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't want him out here. I don't want him or the fucking weird old lady rocking chair out here.
So you return, and like the old lady in the rocking chair is still there, pointing out in a seemingly random direction. You bring the Inquisitor with you, who sort of like kind of gets down off of Zedek once you reach the Arvis.
Let's put him in there.
Mhm.
Close the Arvis, and after we close it, I take out the keys and go whoop whoop, and it's like, all right, no one's getting through that.
Lord, where did you get my car keys?
Just don't worry about it.
Before we leave, I'm going to try to do something real quick.
Okay.
I'd like to, is there like a communications anything on the ship?
On the Arvis, yes. We've
Yeah.
established that if you lose your Arvis, you lose communications, yes.
Okay. I'm going to set a pre-recorded communication about as far as I could on Lemurian channels. I'm going to try Lemurian encryption.
Okay.
With that, do I need to roll for that, or can I just do
No,
that?
you can just send off messages. You're not getting anything in response.
Okay, I'm just going to send out. I'm just going to kind of leave this to keep playing.
This is Tech Priest Explorator Pi Braine. I hope no one gets mad at me for that. And of the Officio Ambassadorium to all Lemurian resistance channels. Me and a delegation of my elite kill squad have begun.
Cut to 10 minutes ago with the retirement nurse. Yes, carry on.
have begun an infiltration of the Shady Rock island. We have become aware that virtually all personnel upon this island are compromised. We are seeking out any and all Lemurian holdouts that still remain with their sanity intact. Please, contact me at this is my phone number.
Whatever. I guess that would be my Auspex, my frequency.
Contact us at 235. Also fine.
Yeah, 235-1555-5555.
And I'm just kind of broadband Lemurian security message, trying to get
For
any
sure.
hold contact with me.
For sure.
Okay, yeah, no, that's what I want to do.
And then you head out back with the group who is now outside the locked Arvis with the grandparents inside.
Okay, we gotta find this big fish.
Well, where else can we go?
Well, I would imagine if the big fish is anywhere, it might be that town hall.
Yeah, let's go to the town hall then, boys.
All right.
Right.
Go. And I take out my plasma gun. And then I put it back in my back and grab my power sword.
So you make your way towards the town hall, which is clearly marked, and it is this immensely tall edifice, probably 30 stories tall, which is really difficult for you to tell because the fog. But the fog seems to have dissipated enough that you get like right when you're at the base of it, you can look up and get a sense of scale. It's an immense stone building with arched entryways that you just walk into. There's no doors. But that's when you realize the entire interior of the first floor isn't furnished. And all there is a single stone staircase that ascends up. And all of the like surrounding or the upper level floors seem to have nothing. It just seems to be a staircase that goes up to the top.
I guess they weren't kidding when they called it the town hall. It really is probably the biggest hall in the entire town. That's it.
You think so, Zedek?
I know so.
What type of
I
work
know
did you
from my
do to get to
experience of
that
seeing
conclusion?
well, Lorn, after all, I've seen a number of towns and a number of halls in my day.
Whatever, nerd. I keep going up.
Yeah. So all of you start like climbing up these stairs. Can all of you give me a toughness test?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
You know I'm not tough.
I do know that.
All right, well, I press the button. We'll see how many years it takes.
Yeah, it'll be several years before I resolve.
Waiting
Thanks,
for-
roll 20 in the...
We're climbing stairs in real time.
I want to take a pause here. I don't know if, as we wait for roll 20 to bring our rolls up, if anyone likes Foundry VTT and knows how to do HTML code, we're waiting for someone to do Wrath and Glory on that thing. If someone knows that, we
True.
would greatly appreciate it. We want to go to Foundry really bad.
So we don't have to wait for rolls all the time.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous. We want a new like VTT system really bad.
It would be nice, but
It's still
I can try something really quick. 1 second.
Holy cow,
Yeah.
it is not taking.
I don't think it's ever taken.
I am going to do a thing and try to restart a thing because
If anyone's
being
confused of what
stupid.
Foundry is, just look up Foundry VTT on Google, and then you'll find it. It's always
Yeah,
Google.
agent
Whenever you got a
of
question, just Google search.
Yeah, real quick, I want to say someone in the chat just said, I'm not tough. He says after bludgeoning this guitar in the head. I have good strength, not toughness.
And
Really?
And the Help for Chat VTT is virtual tabletop, like Roll20 is what we're using right now. Like you see a little chat thing on the right, and it's all like that's what that is. And the thing that we use in this, the person who's updated this has done an amazing job for Wrath and Glory. It's just like sometimes it doesn't want to work, and we don't know what the problem is. So
Okay, can I get all of you quickly? Refresh Roll20. I just tried restarting the API sandbox that we use, so that might help.
Okay, sure.
Try to send in those rolls again, and we will see what happens.
Brains,
If
psychic,
not,
slaughter.
if not, we'll make it work some other way. Otherwise, you will head up the stairs, and I will tell you what happens.
But
Sorry
your
for
powers
all of the
mine.
listeners who are listening to us have to restart tech things because
Yeah,
tech
I
is
mean,
great.
considering the fact we've
There
already
we go.
got like
6 successes and a glory.
because we got this far without like major tech issues is pretty surprising.
Yeah.
All right, let me do my toughness now.
Oh,
Wow,
see,
it's
there we
two.
go. Now it's better. Okay.
Hey, can I snag 2 of them glories? Glory, or excuse me, wrath.
Three in a glory.
I'm gonna
Just give me
roll
a
2
moment.
wrath dice.
Or 2 glory. Glory
And
is
I'll
the...
get to mine.
yeah. Okay.
And bloop,
Nice, I got 1
And
additional success.
I got a 1 with my 2 toughness.
Would you like to spend 1... Oh, wait, no, Earndil used those, so the glory's all gone. Haha, wrecked. Okay.
Never mind. Go ahead.
So all of you climb up and generally speaking are okay, except for Lorn, who is completely winded by going up these stairs, as is appropriate for old man. So Lorn, you can barely talk. And as you come up,
Wait, someone
Yes.
told me I could levitate. Can I levitate instead and skip the toughness?
you can certainly try that, yes.
Fuck yeah. I want to use psychic powers to fuck everybody else over.
I love how you're like, I will risk rending the materium apart because
and
fuck
got a
stairs.
12.
Yeah, okay.
I fly.
So as everyone's like running up the stairs or slight jogging, you just float, 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 float.
Just
Thanks, Chad.
posing up the stairs.
Yeah.
Just Gmod.
Your animation's
I did
broken.
Gmod
It
no
doesn't-
clip through it.
Oh gosh. All right, so you reach the top, and all the top of the stairs is it leads to a balcony that overlooks the foggy distance, and you see a woman who is standing there, who turns to you with this immense smile. And she turns and like sort of waves her hands out at you. Hello there.
Ah, shit.
Are you another fuck freak?
What? What do you mean? No.
It's a glorious
I'm
day today, isn't it?
Administrator. I'm Administrator Linnea. I'm the
I'm like-
administrator of this settlement.
Gee, you don't say.
I like to
How good are
imagine
the
I'm
times?
still floating around, but I'm like just doing flips and shit. I'm just whooping her out, just going like, "It's a glorious day today, isn't it? Woo!"
And I got one question for you, Linnea. How good are
course.
the times?
Well, they're really good. We know that we took it upon ourselves to make our own settlement, which is why we have all the requisite tithe ready for the next 200 years and a little bonus, because every imperial citizen should provide more to the emperor than he asks of them.
Now you're talking our language.
Right.
No.
Zedek,
Yes.
you're an administrator type person. Organize
I'm not,
this.
but-
I float off.
Okay, I guess Lawrence is going to go to space. That's fine. While all well and good that you have tithe for the next, what are you tithing currently?
Precious resources. We have adamantine and various components and some throne gelt that we managed to find. Everything.
Tell me, where did you acquire adamantine when you're the solitary landmass on an entire ocean world, which, mind you,
There's
landmass
under the ocean.
I have seen no sort of materials around to suggest that they have an underwater mining operation going on.
You can just take a boat and go to it.
Oh, some people here and there had stuff in their basement.
What? I float down.
Okay.
Now that doesn't make a fucking sense. What?
Oh, you know, people just sometimes have several thousand metric tons of adamantine just lying in their basements. Just ready to give to the imperial cause. I'm going to be straightforward. No, we're not going to kidnap this one too.
Kidnap
We
this
can't
one
keep
too.
killing people.
Everyone's suspicious.
Well, I can understand why you might be confused, just because times are so great here. But I'm glad you came, because I sent the message. I
Cole?
had our astropath send out the message to bring people here because, well, gosh darn it, I think I've found the best citizens in the Imperium, and everyone needs to know about us.
That's a stupid fucking reason. Where's the
No.
resources?
No, hold on. You said you had your astropath send it.
Why, yes.
I turned my head to Lorn. Lorn,
What?
the old woman in the rocking chair is an astropath. You couldn't detect that?
No.
Reeb's
I did a whole psychic sweep and I got nothing from her.
Reeb's gonna close his eyes and then open them and then just like roll his
Oh,
jaw
silly.
a little bit.
We don't have any psychers here.
How did you send a message to an astropath?
Someone had one in their basement.
Ah,
Okay.
Linnea, can you please blink twice if you're being compelled by some otherworldly force to say what you're saying?
No, there's no compulsion here. There's only great times here and new prosperity.
Show me your basement. I land.
Wow, very forward, Lauren. Very forward.
I'm no more levitating. Show me the fucking basement.
Oh, okay. Come on. And she turns and starts walking towards the stairs.
I resume the levitation and just float down.
Yeah, and she does this kind of like hop, skip, jumping as she's going down. Do, 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 do.
Do you have like an elevator? No, whatever.
I do.
If only we had elevators.
Oh, you probably didn't see it on the way in. That makes sense. Have to keep it from no good, Nix. She comes up to one of the walls and presses one of the stones, and the doorway kind of goes and opens, and another staircase leading down into darkness. Come on. And she goes down.
I follow her. But as we get in, I want to say something, presumably as we begin descending.
Yeah.
You said your name was Linnea.
That's right.
You must understand how doomed you are.
No.
You have contacted us, an elite kill team from the Crusade. We have come here to evaluate your condition. We have found nothing but suspicious material and the blatant fact that you are, if not being manipulated, quite unwell.
Well,
I'm passing this message in part to you, and on the chance that whatever this big fish is, it might understand the severity of its misstep.
oh, you heard about the big fish. Fishermen from all over have been trying to catch that one. He's a bit of a sly one.
Uh-huh.
Is it?
Oh, here we are. And like she's come to the bottom of the stairs, which is just this like immense dark room. And she walks over to a small switch on the wall, which she goes to and pulls down. Like there's this grinding metal sound. And then you hear the ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk as lumen lights start coming online, and all the way down for perhaps like a mile or more is a storage depot replete with all sorts of natural goods, precious metals.
Mm-hmm.
You see several shuttlecraft too, like more modern style Imperial aircraft. Some that put even the tried and true Arvis lighter. Like you see some Aquila landers and some more traditional Imperial aircraft that are sort of strewn about down here. We really hope that this will be enough.
I do science again.
Yeah, sure.
So it takes forever to do.
Oh
Is
no!
it, wait.
Is it
Forever.
fixed anymore after I click the
Okay,
thing? That's
we'll
great.
do this. Like I'll just write 5 of these, and then 5 of these, and then 2 of those.
Okay.
So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
There's nothing psychic here. All of this is real.
Uh-huh.
Everything here is real and in perfect order and tagged and noted.
I'm still levitating, so I like fly up
Yeah.
and I'm starting to look around. I'm like, how the fuck do you get this out of here?
Oh, there's a connecting port at the end. We can use that to send up shuttles if we need to.
Where is the Magos?
Oh, we don't have any Magoses here. She kind of chuckles, but we do have a lot of goods. I sure hope that that'll be enough to keep the Imperium happy.
Mm.
Okay.
This is fun. This is excellent.
Okay.
Oh,
I
we
fly-
don't have this thing you're looking for, but we do have beer.
Float down.
Yes.
Like, okay. Look. Why the fuck are you all so happy?
Well,
Shit ain't
because
normal.
times are great.
Why? What made them great?
You know, one day we just decided it would be good for us to become a settlement. And, well,
Okay.
Emperor had our backs, and I think we've done a pretty stellar job.
You didn't answer shit. What the fuck does the big fish look like?
Oh, well, I hear he's a scaly one who is a bit wily with the fishermen.
Wily as in murder kill, or wily as in
Oh,
playfully
no.
give them pillows?
Oh no. It's just a bit of a trickster. None of the other fishermen have been able to get the big fish, you know.
Uh-huh. Have you ever talked to it?
Talk to a fish? You're silly.
Have you ever seen it?
Oh, no, I'm not a fisher. You might want to talk to the old lady out by the docks.
Oh,
She smiles pearly teeth.
Can I mountain beam this one?
No, don't kill this one yet.
Okay. All right. Okay, then. The Imperium is happy to take your tithe. We're here to receive it. Begin to send all of it into orbit. All of it.
All right, we'll get on that right away.
Now, let's go. Time's a wasting. I'm tapping my wrist like it's a watch.
Mhm.
You're not seriously going to leave it like this, Lorn.
No, we're just going to get all this stuff out in orbit just to see what happens. Let's go back up, everybody. I want to see where it comes from.
Yes. Let's take a look.
So at this view, you all head back up. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Do you have any underwater facilities throughout this planet?
Underwater facilities? No, that'd be
fuck
silly.
yourself. I float up.
Okay, yeah, sure. All of you quickly exit and you find yourselves back outside. At this point, the fog has peeled back again. And what you notice is there's a building off in the distance. Oh, there's the sign of science roll.
Oh, it finally popped up. I got 11.
There's a building off in the distance that you can see up on like an escarpment of rocks and hills, maybe like a mile or so away, and somehow it's visible from its heightened position. And it appears to be where everything here is stone. This appears to be more of like a squat metal building, more in line with Imperial standards, that's briefly visible atop the rocky outcroppings in the distance.
I'm very sorry for interrupting, but for some reason, Roll20 thought it would be pertinent for me to roll a psychic mastery check for Reeb.
It's important. Sometimes you got to know.
It's cursed like this session.
Yeah.
Roll20 is making this hard.
Ooh, spooky.
Well,
All right, then. Well,
the path forward is apparent. We go to this structure.
Yeah, it's forward
I
on.
would like us to like reconvene on the Arbus and figure out what the fuck we're going to do after this.
Let's get all the puzzle pieces first and then combine them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head towards this like metal building.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way in up where there's this like vegetation surrounding it, and then this sort of squat metal bunker with mechanicum symbols all over it. There seems to be like comm units and auger arrays on top of it. It looks to be fairly expansive. Like there seem to be several buildings. Like you'd guess maybe like 100 people could live in this thing, but no one's here.
I'm going for the door.
Okay.
Sure.
Walk up to the door.
Yes.
It opens with a pneumatic hiss. Inside, you see, Pi, you would recognize this immediately. Like, you see the common style interior of an Adeptus Mechanicus, like prefab research outpost, though it looks incredibly old. Everything is covered in dust, and there's vegetation that's sort of spurted out of the ground in various different areas, and it like there's holes in the wall which normally should be like sealed because this should be like in a void.
What on earth happened here? Are there any machineries? Any logs?
I mean, there's like cogitator units on the walls.
Sure, yeah, I'll access one of those, try to get a record of what's happened.
Sure, give me a tech check.
I would love to give you a tech check, yeah.
If it will work, maybe, oh god, making you roll dice in a dice game where you can't roll dice is
I'm
hashtag
going to
super
spend
effective.
3
Bro, did you just
glory.
tech check in my TTRPG?
Mhm.
I'm going to use 3 glory if that's all right with the lads.
I am
Yeah, go ahead.
okay with it.
Yep.
Surely we
Let's
won't
see.
complicate every single roll here on out.
That is going to be 6 successes.
Yeah, so you're able to get this cogitator unit running and be able to access the data logs of this of this facility. It comes up and you can see there's various log entries here that seem to talk about just like ongoing research into local archaeological ruin sites. They seem to reference various exploration missions into the crater.
The crater. Do they mention any other details, like the location of this crater?
It looks to be something very close, like within a few miles of the complex. Like the edge of the crater, I should say.
Yes. Any information on the results? What in particular they were researching?
Yeah, you start to dig in a bit more, and that's where you come up with the name of junior xenoarchaeologist Megos Rohekta, who seems to have presented several notations on exploring these strange structures found at the base of a crater. The structures he continually reinforces have been jutting out of the ground at odd angles. Further exploration and basically excavation of these indicates they might be the top of some larger compound.
And it's presumed to be of Xenos make.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yes. We have a location. It seems as though there's some sort of Xenos archaeology in the midst of something called a crater. Apparently, it's close by.
If anything, is
There's a picture of a picture that's been kept on the cogitator unit for one of the more recent logs, though they don't have dates on it. Looks like the data has all been corrupted, but one of them appears to be this blackened dirt spire that comes out of the ground at like 45 degrees, and you can see some vehicles that are parked around it. That the vehicles look like insects compared to the size of this spire that's arced coming out of the ground. But as you sort of zoom in on different points, you see one of the figures in the image is familiar. You see, leading a contingent of Skitari patrol troops is 3-4R.
I see.
Can I grab the cogitator or whatever and just yell at it with warp energy going enhance so we could get more details and use psychic mastery to
if you wanna roll me a psychic mastery test, I'm sure that could go great.
I sure do, and I'm gonna spend our 2 glory to do it. To make sure it is super high.
Sean.
Yeah, do it.
Do it!
All right, I'm going to roll this.
Just don't press the button. For some
Oh, wait
reason,
for that
he's
to show up.
cursed.
How's your day going, guys?
I was about to say it worked. Okay, there
And I
we go.
complicated
excellent.
and rolled terribly.
Oh boy.
Oh, I like this.
I got a 4, and I complicated with a bunch of my dice.
Four
there.
is gonna get you something interesting, but it's also gonna cause a problem. I think, because you know what, we need more problems in our.
we sure do.
Wrath.
see,
Yeah,
what's
let me spend a wrath. I will spend a wrath point to go whoop whoop whoop, and I got a 7 total.
Nice. Okay, that's gonna get you. Yeah, that's definitely gonna help. I am going to let's go with this one. You are like enhance. I'm going to use this one from one Jarl Merrick Pysucks complication called Crushed Glory. On a psychic complication, instead of using the intended psychic power or psychic mastery, crush is used instead.
Oh boy.
On any of the actors' groin, stunning them for a number of rounds. I assume you just crush this machine, which has some sympathetic thing to Pie Braine's equivalent of a groin, who screams out in pain as you crush the cogitator unit, though there are several others to access. But as you have this like enhance moment, some pictures start flooding through, and Pi, you're able to record them even in the throes of pain. You see several images. You see Administrator Linnea come by. And like it's coming with a septic report that the station's septic unit has backed up again, and that lesser tech adept Linnea had been dispatched to clean it again. And then you find a picture of the staff of the outpost basically doing like a group photo for posterity. And at the front of it, though untitled, the old woman from the docks is clearly in the administrator's position, smiling.
Do I recognize the designation of this squad? Like, presumably my Skitari squad was Pi Squad. Can I recognize the actual name of our 34R?
No. It doesn't look like a lot of that's been scrambled. Like the data, you're just getting some pictures, some little nuggets of information, but a lot of it's just been scrubbed. But you see that this, like the data logs all seem to be routine excavations and surveying until they found something in the crater. When you start putting together the data, though, you would realize the crater's edge lines up with the docks.
It was in the docks. But if Linnea knew of this and knew that we would be led here, then perhaps this is a trap. Normally, I would imagine my superior mechanizations would protect me from mind-altering influences, but that seems not to be the case. I'm concerned.
Well, we did just kind of believe her, didn't we?
Well, yes. But now data reflects this, and it may be that our actions are still being puppeteered. I doubt they were expecting the wrath of Lemuria. And you all too.
Yes, of course. Let's take I suppose we'll have to get started looking around here, won't we?
Indeed.
So would you like to return to the docks and take a look around there again?
I think that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. As I'm walking out, and everyone goes, stop, and I'll take one last look at the screen. I go, well, I tried, and then off we go back to the docks.
Yeah. You make your way to the docks, and the fog here has really started to lift. And as you reach the docks, you notice something not necessarily out of place, but almost like it was always here, but you didn't notice it. At the beach before the docks, just at the edge where the thinned fog has pulled back enough, you see a large enclosed all-terrain vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pointing towards the sea.
What sort of vehicle is this? Any that I would recognize?
Like it looks like, and your training in tech would give you enough knowledge. It looks like and most of you, in fact, all of you would know this. This looks like a void sealed terrain, like all-terrain vehicle.
Yes.
Void sealed, but on the ground?
Yeah, so meant for like planets without an atmosphere.
Well, Braine, go check it out. You're the tech expert after all.
Of course. This should be useful for plumbing within the depths of the ocean. Either this creature wants us to find it, or perhaps the Lemurians are aiding the resistance.
I'm going to take a look at this machine.
Yeah.
Any funky bullshit going on?
Nope. In fact, what we'll get to is you go to the back, like you go to the back door and open it. It's clearly been used. You can't tell how recently. The interior is all set up. It looks like it's fully charged. But you notice a data pad, a data slate that's on one of the in the back of one of the chairs here. Like, you know how when you're on an airplane, they have those little holders in front of you. There's one of those, and there's a data slate in there.
I will examine this data slate for the glory.
You begin skimming the first lines of it, and it reads, after receiving the request for aid from this planet, we have arrived and found the outpost staff unwilling or unable to assist. We are taking one of the all-terrain vehicles down into the crater to examine the ruin site and find the status of the Megos. And once we find the Megos and his discovery, let it be known that I, Slabbergo de Fakkerbeat, 24th of my name, shall bless the Imperium with the knowledge of what I find. And that is where we are going to end today's session.
Oh, thank God we get to kill him too.
Hey! Thank you so much, Thurston, and thank you everybody for playing with me and everything else. So thank you everyone for watching. I super greatly appreciate if you want to switch to the other screen thing there. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of WarHams. Your ambassadors have been, first off, our illustrious Skitarii warrior, Braine, played by
Speaker D. Yes, hello. You can follow me on Twitter at SuperSnakeKick, or you can follow me on YouTube at Speaker D.
And our amazing Inquisitorial acolyte, played by Reeb, or is named Reeb Van Horn, as I messed it up, played by
Earndil. I am reachable at Earndilio on Twitter and nowhere else. Don't even try. I definitely don't exist.
I have been playing Lorn, the Sanctioned Psyker, and our illustrious rogue trader, captain of the Debt Collector, writer of Zedek, Captain Zedek, played by
me, HulkyKrow. You can find me on Twitter at HulkyKrow. You'll be hard pressed to find me in other socials, but maybe you'll see me on Steam with a humorous username. I just changed it to something wonderful today.
And our illustrious game master, Thurston Hillman. Thank you so much, sir, for making another intense conspiracy theorist-filled episode during Spoopy Month. Thank you guys so much for being here. We greatly appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks all.
We'll see you all next time.
Times are great.
Times are great.
So long.
Great.
Farewell.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.